Ah! Okay. Sorry I'm late, guys. Sorry. I was in a meeting. And I yap way too much. And that's why I'm late. Merry Christmas! I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It is Christmas season now, by the way, chat. My Christmas tree is up. My house is decorated. Okay, my stockings are up. You know, it's a good time. I hope you guys all, my American shipwrecks, had a happy Thanksgiving. And if you're not American, I hope you had a great week. It's Friday. It's Friday. It is Friday. Yeah. Sorry I'm late. Again, I was in a meeting, lost track of time. I yap too much. That's the problem I have, is I yap way too much. You're a VTuber. Yapping is kind of in the job description. You're so right. You are so right. You know, I feel like this background's inappropriate now. I feel like we're now in Christmas season. Do I even have a Christmas background? I don't have a Christmas background. Be sure to drink something. Thank you. Good idea. Yerm. Let me see. Can I find a cool Christmas background? I want a cool Christmas background. You know what's great? Google. Anyway, we're gonna be reacting today. I need to figure out what we're gonna watch. I know we're gonna watch MandJTV today because there's a new video, and I did want to watch the My First Nuzlocke. I'm hungry. I don't have nothing else to say. I had leftovers. I think I have like enough leftovers for like the next like 3 or 4 days. I have so much fucking food from Thanksgiving. I was so full. I honestly felt like sick last night. I went to like a family thing, Maffriron, and I was like feeling so sick after. Your waiting screen music's still on? That's fine, yeah. I mean, the music. Oh wait. Wow. Yeah, that's fine. The music's still on. Sam, thank you so much for that 24 months. That's two years. Two years. 2 years. That's crazy, my guy. Thank you so much for the 24 months. Hi, sign chat. Hello. Hi. We're probably gonna play some Pokemon TCG after we react to stuff. You ate a lot of good food. I did. One thing I was really sad about actually was there was no stuffing. Nobody made stuffing, and you know what? Maybe I should have made stuffing. Hold up. I have a new background now. Whoa. 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 Are we good? There we go. Can I actually change? Oh, I can. I can make it snowy. Hold up. Is that snow? Does that look like snow to you guys? I kind of didn't even... That's snow, right? On the fishing thing? That's snow. Okay, I'm not that crazy. We're missing a horse and the reindeer in the background. I just searched up VTuber Christmas background. And this is what popped up. Yes, that is snow. When's the last time you saw snow? I don't know, actually. I don't really get to see snow very often. Oh, actually, it wasn't that. Maybe last year. Maybe last year. I had to go somewhere else to see snow, though. I think I was passing by an area that did snow. Yeah. I actually almost canceled stream today, too. I was gonna go out with Mother Rhea. Mother Rhea wanted to take me to the casino for Thanksgiving. And I was like, yeah, sure, Mother Rhea. Let's go to the casino. And then We had to reschedule, so it's all good. I'll go with her tomorrow, though. Depending on how I feel, I actually might stream tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna stream, though. I don't know what I'm gonna stream. I really want to play more Pokemon Lazarus, but we're saving that for Sunday. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon games on stream, and honestly, I've been having a lot of fun. I was actually talking about this with a few friends, but I think I'm more, people know me because I play a lot of card games, but I also think I'm a lot more Pokemon focused now. So I don't know if I should still identify as like a TCG type streamer, because I love card games so much. But I think recently I've been playing a lot more Pokemon and doing a lot more Pokemon stuff. But I don't know. Shrug. I'm in Canada. We get snow every year. Do my dad? He lives in Canada. Father Cronus lives in Canada. And he complains to me all the time about the snow and a bunch of other stuff. And I'm like, I can't relate. Doesn't snow much more in Denmark. Oh no. Mostly snow in January. Ah, man. Just espresso skies. I was told I was crazy for liking, I really love gloomy weather, because I associate gloomy weather with just like comfort, and you know, I'm very much a snuggle, wuggle, warm, blanky soup girl when it comes to gloomy days. So I find a lot of comfort in that. I actually think the sun makes me sad. The sun makes me more sad than like gloomy weather. I feel like I'm nuts for that take. I feel like I'm nuts for that. I live in the Midwest. We do get snow every year, but not usually too much. Yeah, I have some friends who live in the Midwest, and they say pretty similar stuff. What's happened to some people, brother? I'm not a huge sun girly. I think the sun actually makes me more sad. Alright, let's see. I actually need to pull up. Why do I have 20 million tabs open? I should not be having this many tabs open. I like actually get freaked. Sorry if I sound a little bit out of it too, guys. I actually just I woke up not too long ago. I say a mid-yawn. I've been sleeping horribly. Oh! I was gonna say, I don't know if any of you guys are Stranger Things fans, but I got caught up on Stranger Things yesterday. I think it's criminal that they're making us wait a whole month before the second half of the newest season comes out. I think that's fucking criminal. Saw your accessory video recently. Kind of want to get in on the next one whenever you do it. I need new sleeves and a mat. No worries. Yeah, follow my Twitter. Usually, whenever I do stuff like that, I post on Twitter, and that's how I get my responses. I love Stranger Things. It's such a good show. Yeah, I like Stranger Things a lot. I do. Okay. Can I open this? Ah! Ah! Sorry, I didn't mean to flash you guys. Holy shit. I did not mean to flash chat. Flashing chat sounds, it sounds like something I do. Is there Black Friday on merch day? No, not on my merch, but you can, there is Black Friday for gamer subs, which actually I should post about that. Thank you for basically reminding me. Let me remind my community. You can use my code SHIPWRECK and it's 20% off. for the next 24 hours. This holiday black. Friday sale for 20%. Let me get this. Wow, Poseidon, you're so organized. Posting late? What do you mean? You guys were all early. Me posting late? I could never. I am a responsible shipwreck, I swear. Let me post this really quick. Okay. And then... Sorry, I'm posting everything on, like, Twitter now. Okay, there we go. I think we should be chilling. Are there any battle mechanics of V-cards? There is. I haven't personally played V-card. I haven't gotten around to doing that yet. I'm not a fan of Stranger Things out about nothing had happened. I think the first season of Stranger Things is the best season. And then I really enjoyed season 3. Yeah. Honestly, the first season of Stranger Things can be, in my opinion, just a standalone. Sometimes I pretend that the other seasons don't exist, because I truthfully believe that, like, the first season is nearly a perfect show. But I know there were some people who were really upset when it got it like a season 2, season 3, season 4, because it seemed like they were now monetizing it. It seemed a little fan servicey, but shrug. That's just my opinion. I do enjoy the later seasons of Stranger Things. It's good. I just kind of, the first season was just so good. Are you gonna watch Young Mikey videos? Maybe. Let's see. Hold on. After I watched The Last Samurai Standing, I noticed how so interesting shows. Oh yeah, it takes a little bit. It's definitely one of those slow burn shows. And if you're not like into slow burn shows, it's probably not for you. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it not being for you. There's no shame in that. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting some of our React stuff ready to go. No, Twitter hates you. You know what? Same girl. Wow. Oh my goodness, we got a long Mikey video today. This is 2 hours. This is like we can dedicate a whole stream to this. I did want to watch though, for sure. My first Pokemon Nuzlocke, because I did my first Pokemon Nuzlocke on Fire Red, and if you guys know, I actually didn't end up finishing it, which makes me want to revisit it sometime soon. I actually do want to revisit playing, oh wait, you know what? Why did I not change the category? Why am I still in the brilliant, what the? Okay, sorry. I realized on Twitch I was on the wrong category. Yeah, my first Nuzlocke experience was Fire Red. I actually never ended up finishing it. It's not because I hated it. I just never picked it back up. So maybe one of these days we'll revisit my Fire Red Nuzlocke. I kind of actually want to Nuzlocke one of the black and white games. I've been really wanting to do that. But anyways, we're gonna be watching MandJTV's my first Pokemon Nuzlocke. This is when he was baby. This was 5 years ago. This is straight up baby Mikey. He's a babu. He's a babu.
regaling you with the...
Hold up. There we go.
Greetings, Pookie fans! Michael...
Look at this! He's such a baby. Why are the captions so big? He's such a baby! He's so small. Oh.
Here, and today I will be regaling you with the story of the first Pokemon Nuzlocke that I ever attempted.
Oh my god.
It was miserable. For those
I can imagine. I feel like most people's first Nuzlocks are always pretty miserable. I feel like most people have that experience. Oh my gosh.
Pokemon playthrough intended to both make the game harder and make it a lot less fun. The primary rule is that if one of your Pokemon faints, it is considered dead. It has to be boxed or released and can never be used again. Some secondary rules that most Nuzlocks use are that you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in any given area, you have to nickname all of your Pokemon, and if you lose a battle, whether you have a live Pokemon in the PC or not, you lose the Nuzlocke. It's over. You suck.
Yeah.
Go home. My first Nuzlocke
my god, look how baby. Pokemon Platinum is such a good game. I fucking love Pokemon Platinum. Oh man, look how young he is.
In the summer of 2016, right before...
That was 9 years ago. Sit with that, chat. That was 9 years ago.
And at the beginning of my senior year of college. My
What the fuck?
YouTube channel was doing pretty well at the time, but I wasn't sure if it was doing well enough for me to go full-time with YouTube once I graduated the following spring. Thanks to some ideas and encouragement from family and friends, I decided the best way to make my income reliable enough for me to go full-time was to start making Let's Play content. It didn't have as much of a chance to go viral, but I could post it more regularly and they could be made with much less time than a regular video.
Yeah, that I feel like still sits. Like, I'll be really transparent with you guys. My second channel, because I upload regularly on there, and even though I don't get very many views, that, makes me more money than I do streaming on Twitch and on my main channel. Like, I make most of my streaming, or I guess content revenue from there. So, yeah, I think valuing consistency over anything when it comes to, content creation, I think is one of the most important things ever.
So it would make my earnings more stable. At the time, with the exception of brand spanking new games, the types of Pokemon Let's Plays that tended to perform the best were Nuzlocks. And since I wanted the Let's Play to do well, I decided to attempt a Nuzlocke for the very first time.
Oh god!
I did it in Pokemon Platinum because that was the game that my viewers voted for. The playthrough is still here on this channel.
I can go on forever about how much I fucking love Pokemon Platinum. Maybe we should Nuzlocke it, chat. I have so many plans. I have so many things I want to do.
In its entirety, so if you want to watch it as it was originally presented, you can. However, it's 39 episodes long that are half an hour each, totaling to almost 20 hours of content, which I would understand it's a bit much to absorb. That's why I wanted to make this video, so you could still get the story of what happened in a more condensed format. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, tap that bell for notifications, you know the drill, and let's get started with the story of my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke. Episode 1 of the series begins in my room at my parents' house in June of 2016, and yeah, I know it was a mess. I was simultaneously working a full-time internship that I hated, trying to be very consistent with YouTube, and also have a social life and spend time with Jubilee. So a lot of things like cleaning my room and exercising got put on the back burner.
I can relate as someone who's also doing full-time, something that isn't streaming. I'm doing full-time school and trying to find time for content makes it also really hard for me to find time to do basic house stuff. Okay, my house is not dirty. I don't have a dirty house. However, if I think I can lightly say that it's cluttered. It's not, it's just I have stuff I haven't put away yet. Like, I have, my dining table almost always has, like, cards that I need to sort and put away. So, like, I can relate to that. I can relate to that. I got caught up on all my kitchen stuff yesterday, though. I was super happy.
I named myself Michael, of course, but I named my rival Poop.
People order our patties.
Okay.
Poop.
The starter I picked was Chimchar.
Sorting cards stream? You guys do not want to watch that.
Partially because I hadn't used it in a very long time, and partially because I read some advice online telling me it was the best equipped
really
for a
good.
Nuzlocke. My first rival battle was extremely close, with Chimchar
Was
getting
it?
KO with only 2 HP left.
Oh my
So
god, I would have
won.
fucking pissed
Nowadays,
myself.
I know that Nuzlockes are not considered to begin until you have Pokeballs. So even if I had lost that battle, I would not have lost the Nuzlocke. But in the moment, I didn't know that, so I was very hyped that I didn't lose the Nuzlocke immediately. Once I could nickname
Oh my
Chimchar,
God.
I nicknamed
Ludicrous is
it
what
ludicrous for no other reason than the name being fun and it popping into my head at the time. My first encounter was a Bidoof,
Why did I think Ludwig?
which I did not intend to use, but I named it Godsend anyways. My next encounter was Starly at Lake Verity, which I was excited about since Staraptor is excellent. I named
Staraptor
it
is
Defcon.
such a
On
good
Route 202,
Pokemon.
I found Shinx, which at the time I
Oh, Shinx. I was watching Pokemon Concierge yesterday while I was doing some stuff. And oh my goodness, if you guys seen Pokemon Concierge, it's like a little claymation, stop motion type of show. It's on Netflix and it's super duper chill. And there was an episode with like a Shinx and a Luxray, and it was like the most adorable thing ever.
didn't realize was actually guaranteed since I had Dupe's Claws active, which allows me to pass on Pokemon that I've found before. Since I already had Starly and Bidoof, and it wasn't nighttime, so Kricketot could not spawn, Shinx was what I got. Thankfully, it had Intimidate and not Rivalry, and I named it Gigawatt.
Let's go.
Spelled like Gigawatt, but pronounced like how Doc Brown says it in Back to the Future. I progressed through Jubilife uneventfully, then found my encounter on Route 204, which was disappointingly a Wurmple. My first rival battle
don't
was
say
relatively
that.
tame.
Does anyone remember in the Diamond and Pearl anime when Aaron released his Wurmple when he was a kid because he was like, "You're weak, you're weak." That made me cry as a child.
I was afraid of Piplup for a bit, but it didn't go for any water moves, so it turned out fine. A little while later, Ludicrous evolved, which was very exciting since it surprised me.
Monferno! I actually love
wasn't sure whether it evolved
Monferno.
at level 14 or 16.
If you guys don't know, I'm doing a BDSP Nuzlocke. I know, before anybody says anything, yes, I still stand that BDSP is kind of a booty game, okay? But, you know, I'm down. I wanted to play something with Nova, and she had Brilliant Diamond, so I'm like, fuck it, let's just do it. No, not BDSM, BDSP, Brilliant Diamond, Strawberry. Why did I say strawberry? I think I want strawberries. Shining Pearl. It's not a great game, but she likes it. And you know what? That's what matters. If Nova's having fun, then I'm having fun. And truthfully, I'm having more fun doing a Soul Link than I did doing my Nuzlocke on that. That shit, I'm fucking ass, bro. Man, that makes me want to replay Pokemon Platinum so bad.
Excited that it happened sooner. I then made it to Orberg and caught a Ponyta just north of it. Prior to Rourke's battle, I decided I wanted a Psyduck, because it was a water type that would help out a lot, and I wasn't sure Monferno would be enough. Psyduck can be found in the Orberg Gate, so to increase my chances of it being my encounter, I caught a Geodude in Orberg Mine. This made my first Geodude in Orberg Gate Dupe's Claws, then right after, Psyduck showed up. I named it the Quacken. After training up the Quacken, I took on Rourke. Thanks to the Quacken's water gun, I beat him easily without even taking a hit.
Let's go!
Between episodes, I grinded up Gigawatt and Defcon to catch them up to Ludicrous and the Quacken. After defeating the Galactic Grunts in the multi-battle with Dawn, Defcon leveled up and evolved into Staravia. Then in Ravaged Path, I caught a Zubat, which I named Robin after Batman's sidekick. Then right before Floaroma, Gigawatt evolved into Luxio. I made my way into the Valley Windworks, and my encounter outside of it was a Shellos. After a few uneventful grunt battles, it was time to take on Mars.
Oh, the stupid fucking cat!
Gigawatt easily beat her Zubat, but then I brought in Defcon against her Purugly to get an Intimidate attack drop. Unfortunately, after Fake Out, her Purugly Scratch crit, killing Defcon and giving me my first—
No! Fuck! I hate that fucking cat. You stupid motherfucking cat. You bitch.
ever death in a Nuzlocke. I then brought in Ludicrous, who handled Purugly pretty easily. I was, pretty frustrated. I was really looking forward to using a Staraptor on my team, but then
First PTSD, tell me about it, brother.
And the Staraptor were dead. I already
Crying,
hated
bro.
Purugly, but this experience of it getting a BS crit and killing my Staravia made me hate it
That is so
even more.
booty cheeks.
Also, as a kind of fun, but also kind of not fun fact, after I defeated the Purugly, it gave out 666 experience points.
There is no goddamn fucking way.
To replace my now gone flying type, I grinded up Robin to be caught up with the rest of the main squad. On Route 205, I caught a Buizel, then made it to Eterna Forest and teamed up with Cheryl. My encounter battle was risky since her Chansey was just trying to kill everything, but thankfully on the one-turn chance I had to throw a Pokeball, I caught a Budew, which I aptly named Clutch. The rest of the forest was pretty uneventful.
Roserade.
I spent a little while training up
good.
Clutch against the trainers around Eterna, and in the process caught Metatite on Route 211
Pretty
and a
good.
Bronzor in Mount Coronet. Then
Okay.
I took on Gardenia. Turtwig was annoying since I missed 4 consecutive Supersonics with
I would have crashed out.
Robin. Once I hit one though, I was golden, and a few wing attacks later, it was done. I brought in Ludicrous for Cherim and beat it using 2 Flame Wheels. I brought Robin back in for Roserade since Ludicrous was hurt. Roserade hit hard, so I had to do a decent chunk of healing, but eventually a crit wing attack took Roserade out for
Let's
3/4
go!
full health. The second gym badge was mine. While battling through the Galactic Eterna building, Robin evolved into Golbat, which I was very excited about since I was looking forward to getting Crobat.
Crobat's so good.
You know what? Never mind. You'll see. I then fought Jupiter. Gigawatt easily took out Zubat. Skuntank was tougher to deal with since I did not do much damage to it, and its Night Slash was doing a lot. I had to sit and think about my strategy, and even then, Robin almost died to a Night Slash crit. I was eventually able to win with a lot of healing and a lot of Skuntank hurting itself in its confusion. It was exhausting. I got the Togepi egg from Cynthia, then found Gligar under the cycling road and named it Metal. I then tried to catch a Gibble in Wayward Cave, but it broke out of a ridiculous amount of Pokeballs before eventually killing itself with Takedown.
I would have crashed out. Holy shit, I love Gibble. Oh man.
Becoming my first failed encounter. I was so upset it broke out.
I would have been upset
so many
too.
Pokeballs. The thing is, a catch rate of 45, which means you have a 12% chance to catch it if you throw a regular Pokeball and it has full health. This thing was at red health and had status conditions, and I still couldn't friggin' catch it.
That's
the
so
next thing of note
unlucky.
was catching a Ralts that I named Waifu while grinding before Fantina's
I'm sorry. What?
gym, which took me forever to find since it was the only Pokemon on the route that I hadn't caught before, and it was quite rare. Then while battling gym trainers in Fantina's gym, I was using Robin up against a Haunter, which did less than half of Robin's health with Shadow Ball. I
07 Robin!
attacked again, thinking I would survive the next hit, but because I'd been speeding up the game, I didn't notice that the first Shadow Ball had dropped Robin's special defense. Therefore, the next hit...
Look at him walk away! Look at him walk away.
I was so upset that I walked away from the video to another part of the house and just laid on the floor for 15 minutes. When this happened, I was so upset that I did not have the mental fortitude to continue recording that episode. I actually didn't record again for several days after that. This was why I had put off doing a Nuzlocke for so long up to this point. because I was concerned that I would get so attached to my Pokemon that when one died, I would be extremely upset about it. But for
And that's
that
so
video,
valid.
since the
That is
recording
so
kept
valid.
going, I thought it would be funny if I just left in the footage of me not being there. So the last 12 or so minutes of the 20-minute video are just the unmoving gameplay and an empty face cam with a couple brief appearances by Jubilee not knowing where I went.
He's gone forever.
I thought my viewers would be amused by it. Some were, but some were very much not. That video got the largest amount of negative and hateful comments that any of my videos has
you know
ever
what,
gotten.
Mikey? I get it. I would have crashed the fuck out too, brother. I would have crashed out. Holy shit.
And to this day, it is the only video I've ever disabled comments on. People were livid that half the video was effectively nothing. Some were so mad that they didn't get more content from me that they unsubscribed and didn't watch
That I feel like that's such an overreaction.
my content anymore. And
I think it's, for me, I think it's amusing. I don't know. I'm like, that's real. I get it.
in all seriousness, I totally understand being annoyed by that. You see the total length and then most of the video isn't actually anything. So I get it, and I'm sorry, and I appreciate the people who criticized that decision in a nice way. And I learned my lesson and haven't done anything like that since. But at the time, people had still just been mean to me, and Robin was dead, so things sucked. Before fighting Fantina, I replaced Robin with Metal the Gligar, and over-leveled the heck out of my team because I was reeling from the death and did not want another one, and Fantina is notoriously difficult. I went the extra mile, and I even evolved Gigawatt into Luxray at level 30. The battle with Fantina started easy by OHKOing Duskull. Miss Magius I played entirely too cautiously, unnecessarily switching in Godsend the Bidoof to take Shadow Balls, then switching back in to take weaker damage but not attack in the process. Eventually, I stopped being ridiculous and attacked, KOing
Yeah,
Miss
I don't think he was doing level
brought in
caps.
Metal against Haunter, and a few attacks later, it was down. I had my third badge. The next rival battle against Poop was easy thanks to me being extremely overleveled. Then I grinded up Waifu a bit and tossed it on the team. She evolved a bit later while I battled through the Salacion ruins. Nothing much of consequence occurred until I reached Veilstone, then headed south from there and found the hidden Razor Fang. After accidentally leveling Metal up before it was nighttime, I leveled him up again and he evolved, giving me a Gliscor.
Yeah!
After some grinding, I evolved Waifu into Gardevoir and the Quacken into Golduck. Quite some time later, Clutch finally evolved into Roselia.
Finally, Jesus Christ.
31. Yeah, this Nuzlocke taught me many lessons, but one of them was that if you want to use a Rose Raid on your team in Platinum, don't catch a Budew! Just wait until you can catch Roselia on Route 208 before Hearthome, because it'll save you so much pain having to deal with the stupid friendship evolution.
It is
If you're
dumb.
playing Diamond and Pearl, maybe getting Budew earlier makes sense since you can't catch Roselia until later in the game, but for Platinum, just wait until you get the Roselia.
Fair enough,
But
fair
honestly,
enough.
the only people who are gonna pick Diamond and Pearl over Platinum are those who prefer weirdly unbalanced regional dexes with entirely too few Pokemon of certain types and result in a Fire-type Elite Four member having less than half his team actually be Fire types. After some more training on a trip to Pastoria, I took on Maylene. Waifu handled Metatitan Machoke relatively easily. Ludicrous then did solid damage to Lucario, but was slower and took too much damage from Drain Punch. I brought in Metal, and oddly she didn't heal at any point, allowing Metal to finish Lucario off with a couple aerial aces.
Okay, I was hoping Ludicrous wouldn't die.
And got my encounter in the Great Marsh, a Scoropie I named Rascal. I'm mentioning this encounter even though I've skipped over a lot of the other ones, because it ends up being relevant later. After doing some more training by clearing all the trainers out between Hearthome and Pastoria, Ludicrous evolved into Infernape. I then beat
Such a
Poop
good
in front of the
starter.
Pastoria gym, no problem, then headed inside to battle Wake. Gigawatt O-code Gyarados, then Clutch O-code Quagsire, and then Gigawatt O-code Floatzel. ending the battle with little
Easy
issue.
money.
I then made my way towards Celestic Town, and during a double battle with some ace trainers, Gigawatt almost died to a Gyarados. I appreciate you, Gigawatt, for not dying to a Pokemon that you have a 4x type advantage against.
That would have been embarrassing.
I arrived in Celestic Town and took on Cyrus in the cave, and the battle was pretty easy, as I OHKO'd all of his Pokemon. Now able to surf, I headed off to Canalave to take on Poop once more, and like most of my recent battles with him, it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Then went off to Iron Island, and Riley was extremely unhelpful, resulting in a few 2v1 battles that were close calls with death.
Jesus
After
Christ.
getting through the segment with him, I finally found the Shiny Stone, allowing me to finally evolve Clutch into Rose Raid. After finishing with Iron Island, I headed off to grab both an Encounter and the Flamethrower TM from the Fuego Ironworks. After entirely too long struggling with the arrow tiles,
this would have. I remember this as a child, making me crash the fuck out. I was so confused. I remember I had to look up a YouTube guide on how to fucking get through this area. I couldn't do it by myself.
Better prep for the battle with Byron. My encounter outside was Magmar, but it almost KO'd Waifu and was being extremely frustrating to catch, so I eventually gave up and killed it. I then returned to Canalave to battle Byron. Ludicrous OHKO'd Magneton and the Quacken OHKO'd Steelix. I was scared of Bastiodon due to Metal Burst being capable of doing double damage back, so I did some intentionally weak damage to break Sturdy, then the Quacken defeated it with Surf. 6 badges were now mine. Side note, at the time I didn't realize that Sturdy did not behave like a Focus Sash until Gen 5. So I was safe to OHKO it if I would have OHKO'd it without having to break Sturdy. Sturdy at the time only protected from OHKO moves like Fisher. But it turned out fine, so who cares? After story time at the library and a loud explosion, I head to Lake Valor to take on Saturn. After a bit of confusion annoyance, Gigawatt beat Golbat, then Metal defeated Toxicroak with 2 hits. Ludicrous then finished off Bronzor. I head off to Lake Verity to get vengeance on Mars for killing Defcon. Her Golbat was very annoying, but Gigawatt eventually handled it. Ludicrous then destroyed both Bronzor and the vile Perugly. I then began what might be the longest and most brutal trek between towns in any main series Pokemon game, Celestic to Snowpoint. Thankfully, I was able to get through without any deaths. After clearing out the gym trainers, it was time to take on Candace.
I'm not doing the joke.
The Quacken took down her first 3 Pokemon.
I got flamed, okay?
Then came Frostlass, which was trickier due to knowing Psychic, which scared me out of using Infernape. Luxray got it down to about half health with Crunch, but Frostlass did big damage back. I brought in the Quacken, who was able to tank a couple hits, then finish it off, winning me the battle. I witnessed Poop's failure at Lake Acuity, then headed off to Veilstone to fight my way through the galactic headquarters. The battle with Cyrus didn't go as smoothly as I hoped. I anticipated him to lead with Golbat, so I led with Gigawatt. 2 Sparks would have KO'd it, but its second Ice Punch both crit and froze. I killed the HP and the freeze, and then another Ice Punch froze me again. To be perfectly honest, while I was watching
the fucking worst.
I don't know why I didn't just switch to Ludicrous. It makes perfect sense, but I just didn't do it. I finally got my act together and did just that, switching in Ludicrous to defeat Sneasel. I brought in Metal to tank hits from Crobat while I healed Gigawatt, then brought it back in. After a couple turns, Gigawatt took out Crobat, then Honchkrow, winning me the battle.
He's not mentally sane, Cyrus. It's all good, because I am not mentally sane either.
Him without issue. Then came the lengthy climb up Mount Coronet to Spear Pillar. The multi-battle with Poop against Mars and Jupiter was lengthy and had some close calls, but I eventually pulled out the win without any Pokemon dying. Then came the cutscene of Giratina kidnapping Cyrus, and I entered the Distortion World. You may have noticed
this was such a fun
I have
area.
made it this far into the game with only 2 deaths, with a very lengthy stretch with none at all. I was able to accomplish this because I was over-leveled, very cautious, lucky at times, and to be honest, very stressed. I had this sinking feeling that this safe streak would come to a violent end when I battled Cyrus in the Distortion World. I spent literal days stressing about this battle while also stressing about college schoolwork at the same time. I was prepping and just terrified of his Gyarados because it knew Earthquake, and I was worried it would just obliterate my team, especially since I couldn't safely use Gigawatt against it. However, all these years later, being able to look back on what happened, I can tell you with 100% certainty that all those worries and concerns were 100% warranted. In the first turn, I'm able to OHKO his Houndoom with Ludicrous's Close Combat. He brings in Gyarados, but I intentionally don't switch when given the option in order to intimidate Gyarados without it intimidating Gigawatt. The Gyarados frustratingly went for Earthquake and not Waterfall, but the Intimidate made it do less than half. I switched in Metal on an Earthquake, then switched Gigawatt back in to intimidate it again. It froze me with Ice Fang, but that was fine since I had a full restore. I heal up and get ready to easily tank the half attack Earthquake, but then the Earthquake crits, killing Gigawatt in one hit.
The Gigawatt is 4 times strong against Gyarados! How did this happen? How? What the heck? Oh my god! Lux Rain! No!
It has been almost 4 years since I did this battle, and I still, to this day, get a little bit angry when I think about it.
Valid! That is so real.
I stressed for days leading up to it and came up with the strategy of using Intimidate multiple times to make Gyarados not a threat. And then all of that strategy down the drain in one turn because of a stupid crit. Hacks. I then brought in Waifu, and after a few turns later of Psychics plus 1 turn of healing, Gyarados was down. Then came Honchkrow, and the Quacken beat it with a couple Surfs. Ludicrous dealt with Weavile using a couple Mach Punches. Finally was Crobat, which I brought Waifu back out for, healing her up on the first turn. Cross Poison did less than half, so I thought I was safe to tank another. But nope, the second Cross Poison crit, killing Waifu.
What the fuck, man? What is this bullshit?
At the time, I didn't remember that Cross Poison was a high crit rate move.
Oh, it has a high crit rate ratio. That is so booty.
If I had, I would have been more careful, but nope, I didn't remember. I made it all the way from the 3rd gym to the Distortion World with no deaths, and then I had 2-in-1 battle of 2 Pokemon that I was attached to. It was a miserable day. I brought Metal in, who didn't do so hot. At one point, Metal got down to a mere 6 HP, forcing me to switch it out. Another crit Cross Poison then almost killed the Quacken. After several turns of healing, I finally got 2 turns in a row of Crobat not critting with Cross Poison, allowing the Quacken to finally end it.
Jesus
I like
fucking
Crobat
Christ.
as a Pokemon, but Cyrus's Crobat, I wish unspeakably terrible things upon. It was then time for me to battle Giratina.
Oh man, okay, this is gonna be hard. Okay,
Holy shit.
It makes sense to use first. Use this feint attack. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna use first. You didn't actually think I was gonna battle this thing, did you?
Thank God, I was about to say, I think you get the Master Ball at this point. He really said, fuck that, I'm not doing any of that.
No, not after that Cyrus battle. This is my game, I do what I want.
I respect that.
And I'm gonna use Giratina on my team, because I just lost 2 members. So,
hey, you know
welcome
what?
to the team,
That's a
Giratina.
pretty
That was
pretty
a
good
very excellent
one.
battle.
That is a 100% valid decision. You're right, chat. You're so right.
For a Pokemon like yourself, Cuddles. Welcome to the team, Cuddles.
Why did you name it Cuddles?
I then made my way to Route 222, the route on the way to Sunny Shore. I wanted a Magnezone on my team to replace Gigawatt, so I intentionally went here at night because the chances of me getting an undesirable Pokemon as my first encounter, like Electabuzz or Chatot, was lower. After a few duplicate encounters, I found the Magnemite I wanted. I named it Voltron, and immediately trained it up, turning it into a Magnezone not long later. After training up my modified squad, it was time to take on the final gym leader, Volkner. Metal O-Code Jolteon right off the bat. I then switched it out for Cuddles since his Luxray had Ice Fang. 2 Shadow Forces later and Luxray was down. Metal then O-Code both Electivire and Raichu, giving me a dominant win and my final badge. The progression to and through the victory road was pretty uneventful, meaning the next big fight was my last battle with Poop at the doors of the Pokemon League. Metal beat Staraptor with 2 Rock Slides. Voltron beat Empoleon with a couple Thunderbolts. The Quacken did some damage to Rapidash, but then it switched at the same time I did, bringing in Cuddles against Roserade, and Cuddles won not long later. Heracross was O-Code by Metal's Aerial Ace. Then the Quacken finished off Rapidash. Finally was Snorlax. I started with Cuddles, but Crunch did more than I was comfortable with. I brought in Ludicrous, tanked a Crunch, but got the defense drop. I then made the worst decision of...
Do not fucking tell me Ludicrous dies here. Do not fucking tell me this fucking Pokemon dies.
The entire playthrough. Instead of switching into something that could tank Snorlax's hits, I went for close combat, feeling confident I would OHKO. However, Snorlax barely survived, fired back with an Earthquake on my half-defense Infernape, and killed Ludicrous. Metal came in and finished it off, winning me the battle, but I did not feel like a winner.
Oh my god, losing your starter in a fucking Nuzlocke, I feel like that one hurts the most. Like, you could lose some of your route Pokemon, but if you lose your starter? Holy shit. I would have crashed the fuck out. Oh my god, no! Yeah, he took the wrong gamble. He really did. That's the fucking worst.
Life sucks. And then you die. Thank you guys so much for watching this video.
Oh, that hurts.
Next week, we're taking on the Pokemon League.
He sounds so defeated. Oh my goodness.
I'll get over it.
I have not. I lost my starter. The Pokemon that had been with me since the very, very beginning of the game against
I think that's why he's so upset about it, because he knew that it was such a preventable death.
Pokemon before the Pokemon League. It is the most devastating Nuzlocke loss I have ever had. The other ones were terrible, but this one just hurt on a whole nother level and made me never want to do another Nuzlocke again. But I still did
so valid
because God, they just got more views. Ludicrous's replacement was Rascal the Drapion, the evolved up Scorpii I caught in the Great Marsh. I chose it because I wanted a dark type for Lucian, and it was bulkier than Weavile and took less effort to create than Umbreon. Sneasel I had caught on one of the ice routes outside Snowpoint, and Umbreon would have been made from the gift Eevee and Hearthome. I didn't mention those earlier because I never ended up using them. Also, grinding up Rascal was a giant pain since it was so much lower level than the rest of the team. So add grinding up a dead Pokemon's replacement to the things that suck about a Nuzlocke.
The
final squad was Rascal, the Quacken, Metal, Cuddles, Clutch, and Voltron, all at the probably oversafe level of 60.
60
I really
is a
didn't
good
want to
level.
lose, okay? The league began with Aaron. Metal's Rock Slide decimated Yanmega. Cuddles used 2 Earth Powers to beat Drapion. Rascal's Fire Fang O-Code Scizor, and then Metal O-Code both Heracross and Vespiquen, resulting in a very easy battle. Next was Bertha. Clutch O-Code Whiscash. Quacken O-Code Gliscor. Clutch then O-Code the very heavy Golem, Rhyperior, and Hippowdon with Grass Knot, meaning I O-Code her entire team without even taking a hit. Next was Flint. Metal O-Code every one of his Pokemon but Flareon, which the Quacken O-Code. Another dominant win. Next was Lucian.
Jesus
O-code
Christ.
Mr. Mime.
How are they gonna do against Cynthia?
Then Cuddles O-code Bronzong with a crit Shadow Force. Rascal then O-code Espeon and Alakazam. Then Cuddles O-code Gallade. That means that of all of the Elite Four, the only Pokemon that I did not O-co was Aaron's Drapion. So going into my
I'm not
battle
that
with Cynthia,
surprised.
I was feeling pretty confident. Not just that I could win,
Don't tell me he's gonna regret saying that.
but that I could win without a single Pokemon dying. That was wrong. Voltron immediately took care of Spiritomb with 2 discharges. In comes the infamous Garchomp, and I bring in the Quacken to Ice Beam. But then, of course, the Earthquake crits, killing Golduck from full
Amazing.
health. Did the crit
Amazing.
matter? Yes, it did. I've done the calcs. The Quacken would have lived. I bring in Metal and exchange hits. I go for another Earthquake, then the Garchomp goes for Giga Impact, and guess what? It critical hits and kills Metal. The stupid game with the stupid crits and the stupid Garchomp. Why does anybody do these stupid Nuzlocks? Garchomp having to recharge from the Giga Impact allowed me to bring in Cuddles and finish it off with Dragon Claw. In came Lucario,
Holy
which Cuddles
shit.
easily tanked hits from and KO'd with 2 Earth powers. I brought in Voltron against my Milotic. I missed 2 Thunders, then had to heal,
That is
but when I did land
so
my
bad.
3rd Thunder, it crit and O-code. Did the crit
Oh,
matter?
thank God.
I don't care. I brought in Cuddles against Togekiss to best tank its hits. After a few turns, my Dragon Claws eventually wore it down. Her last Pokemon was Roserade, which Cuddles O-code with Fly. I officially won my first ever
Oh
Nuzlocke.
my Jesus.
So let's look back on a few interesting tidbits from this playthrough. Number 1, I finished it with a total of 7 deaths. Defcon the Staravia, Robin the Golbat, Gigawatt the Luxray,
Oh,
Waifu the
7. Can I get some
Gardevoir,
07s
Ludicrous the
in
Infernape,
chat, bro?
The Quacken the Golduck,
Ah.
and Metal the Gliscor. Number 2,
That's
Cuddles
the
the
fucking
Giratina
worst.
absolutely saved my ass. It
We love
KO'd
Cuddles.
4 of Cynthia's 6 Pokemon. I don't know if I would have won if I had a no legendaries clause. And number 3, the only member of the squad that I used for most of the playthrough to survive all the way to the end was Clutch the Roserade. So I guess its name was appropriate. As for my final thoughts on this playthrough, as I've probably made very clear, I hated it. It had its high points, but overall, it was a stressful experience that I did not enjoy. I get really
Fair
attached
enough.
to the Pokemon that I use on playthrough teams, and having them ripped away from me due to some BS stray crits was such a deeply unpleasant experience. Plus, my fear of losing those Pokemon made me stress out and worry a ton leading up to big battles. Something
Fair
I
enough.
did not appreciate having to deal with at the same time as college. I continued to periodically do Nuzlocks for the next few years, but I never truly enjoyed any of them.
You know what?
I
That's
did
fair.
them because, as I mentioned, Nuzlocke playthroughs tended to get more views. But thanks to your guys' support that's grown my channel as much as it has in the last few years, I don't feel like I have to constantly be doing successful Let's Plays in order to support myself, which is wonderful. Now on the MandJTV
You know what,
Plays
W?
channel, if I want to do a Pokemon playthrough, I'm just gonna do whatever I want and do it for fun. This means that I am happy to be able to say that I never need to, nor intend to, do another Pokemon Nuzlocke ever again. Aside from my Metronome Nuzlocks with Pokemon 7, but those aren't true Nuzlocks because there's no permadeath, so they don't bother me. Thanks so much
Oh,
for
those
watching,
sound
and
like
an extra
fun.
special thanks to my patrons over on Patreon. We're helping support
Hell
my
yeah.
channel during a time for lower than they should be YouTube ad rates. If you want to help support me in the same way, the link is in the description below. Also, if you want to check out some more of my fun Pokemon content, I recommend these videos here. All right, that's all I have for now. So don't
Heck
make seven
yeah.
fans. Gotta catch them all.
No, because I kind of feel the same way. I think over time, I've definitely enjoyed, like, doing more challengey runs. Not that I've done very many. But Nuzlocke I don't think are for everyone. Because I'm also somebody that gets super duper attached to my Pokemon. So if they end up dying, I will fucking grieve and I will fucking cry, you know? So, man, I get it. It's such a brutal first Nuzlocke. I think everybody's first Nuzlocke is, for the most part, a little brutal. I feel like it. I feel like it's just part of the deal, you know. When you do a metronome Nuzlocke, I have no idea. I have so many things I still need to finish. I'm working right now on a soul lock with BDSP with Nova Alchemy, and then I'm currently doing a regular Lazarus run, but I am looking to do a Pokemon Black and White Nuzlocke sometime soon. Hopefully next month. That is the next Nuzlocke I would like to play. The metronome ones sound fun. I've actually never seen any of the metronome ones. Wonder, should we watch that? Should we watch that? Metronome. Do Black and White to you. News videos now. It's 2 hours. I don't know if I want to sit through 2-hour video right now. There's a lot. Holy moly. Oh wow. John Michael and Co. What is this?
This is a metro.
Oh, this is their. Whoa! I didn't even know this one. There was this channel. Captain AK and Jaleo, thank you so much for the follows. Their shared channel. I didn't even know they had a shared channel. Whoa! That's pretty cool. Thought you knew about their joint channel. I just thought they just did stuff with each other on like both of their channels. I didn't know they had a John Michael and Co. Oh, that's so cute. They have a joint Patreon. Wait, that's so cool too. Both are Nuzlocks. Wow. Also, if you're on YouTube, if you guys could do me a favor, if you could click like on the live stream on YouTube, helps me out a lot. Would be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Maybe we can save these for like another. These are longer videos. They haven't uploaded on it in a long time. I see. There was it on this channel? I can't remember if it was on this channel. Is it this one? It might have been the MandJTV, please. I wanted to watch. These videos are all unedited. Oh, I see.
I'm going to
They're not like edited down. I see. All right. Let's watch how I beat the hardest Pokemon game I've played. I played a little bit of Pokerogue, and I was so bad at it. So maybe one of these days we'll revisit it. But Pokerogue is definitely not an easy game by any means. I think it's a lot of fun. I like roguelikes, which is why I enjoyed Pokerogue. But my god, that game definitely was not an easy game to play. So, how I beat the hardest Pokemon game I've played by MandJTV.
Pokerogue is the new browser Pokemon fan game sweeping the internet, where you just battle. Through waves of wild Pokemon and trainers aiming to defeat the boss at level 200. If you win, you win. But if you lose, well, just try again, because it is, after all, a roguelike. This is the story of how I got my first Pokerogue win, along with all the devastating losses that came before it. You begin by picking starters for your run, and initially, your only options are the 27 actual starters. You're allotted 10 points total, and each starter costs 3. Other starter options, Pokemon you obtain later through runs, can be worth more or less than 3 points. But this will be more important later. As for which starters I picked, well, I'll admit I did not go into this totally blind. I watched PM7 stream his first successful attempt, and I also watched AlphaRad's video. So from them, I know 2 Pokemon I definitely want to start with. Bulbasaur, and Fuecoco. Venusaur's Leech Seed and Sleep Powder were instrumental to PM7's success, and Torch Song was huge for Alpharad.
Torch Song's such a good move!
Changes persist between battles, except once you leave a world every 10 floors, or you begin a trainer battle. So boosting moves, you boost yourself once and then you've got it for several battles, those are really, really good. For the third starter, I picked Mudkip. Swampert is simply good. My first run began, starting with waves of weak wild Pokemon. After each battle, you can select a free item and spend money on healing items if you want. Floor 8 was the first battle with Ivy, my rival, and the most threatening trainer in the game.
Not Professor Ivy. I'm disappointed. Real ones know that Professor Ivy is the best professor.
Game. She thankfully wasn't too bad this first battle though, and I made it through. But then I hit floor 10, a boss Lillipup. Boss Pokemon have multiple health bars, have passive extra abilities, and get boosts when you take them down to a lower health bar. Fuecoco got the Lillipup down to its first health bar, but then it got an attack boost. I blundered by switching multiple times, and since it was at +1 attack and outsped my entire team, the Lillipup swept me. I gotta be real, I thought my first run would go significantly better than losing to a level 8 boss Lillipup. Look, I never expected to win on my first attempt, but losing that early
definitely
hurt my ego a bit. That'll teach me to compare myself to Smalland. I did learn from this though. I failed to catch
Smalland is the GOAT.
Any Pokemon outside of my starters, which was a mistake. Even if the Pokemon I catch aren't that good, just having more bodies there can be helpful. I started run 2 with the same group of 3 starters. Almost immediately, I caught a Meowth and amazingly got Ice Beam for Mudkip as a reward. I beat Ivy without issue, then reached floor 10 again, this time a boss Eevee. Meowth was a huge help. Thanks to the Eevee having Simple, each growl dropped its attack 2 stages instead of 1.
Spant is a creature, one should not compare themselves to him. Spant is literally just built different.
From Fuecoco, it simply had no damage output. My furthest run yet. Only 190 floors to go. Several floors went generally uneventfully. I filled out my team and finally got Bulbasaur Leech Seed, but then I reached floor 20. Holy crap!
Oh my god! Not the boss Snorlax, dude! What the hell? Oh
no! Oh no!
That's actually
this ended up
so
not being as scary
bad!
as it initially seemed. I moved on to World 3, but then on floor 25, Ivy returned, which I was not
with
expecting.
A vengeance.
It's okay to lose sometimes. I understand that. I'd rather not do it now, though. I've yet to even evolve a single Pokemon.
She already has Marshtomp? I was badly underleveled and unevolved for this fight, and while I got unlucky with a Sleep Powder miss, I still could have played better. Trainers and regular Pokemon almost never withdraw their Pokemon, but in Pokerogue, and Ivy especially, they do it extensively. And I had yet to mentally adjust to that. So I foolishly switched in Bulbasaur against Marshtomp and lost it while Marshtomp was almost totally healthy. No! I knew I'd lost, but the battle was drawn out for way too long with the most annoying sequence of Supersonics and Protects I had ever encountered. After my second loss, only at floor 25, I was feeling very demoralized.
Didn't Alpharad get all the way to level 195 on his first try? What's wrong with me?
I started another run immediately, tilted way too far, and I lost to Ivy on floor 8, my worst run so far. 3 runs that finished on floors 10, 25, and 8. A victory is on floor 200. I wasn't even getting far enough to get egg vouchers so that I could get more starter Pokemon options to potentially get farther. In the moment, I hated the game for its cruelty, but I also hated myself. These other Pokemon people, PM7, Alpharad, Smalland, they were doing so much better than me. Why was I doing worse?
Pokemon's hard. Don't beat yourself up. Pokemon is kind of hard.
I failing.
Probably because the playthroughs you do don't require any actual skill.
Grunty boy!
Ew. Ah! Oh, oops, forgot to do my normal thing. 1 second. Haha! It is I, Grunty Boy, and I'll elaborate more on my thoughts in a second, but first, the sponsor of this video is Dragon City. If you download the game using my link or QR code, you'll instantly get this MandJTV related emblem to display in your city.
That's pretty sick!
Since when?
Since I set it up with them, I'm not just a pretty face. Although to be clear, I definitely am a pretty face, it's just I do other things too. Dragon City is a game where you can collect,
hatch and evolve over 1,000 unique dragons. Then use those dragons to fight through story missions or exciting PvP battles. Unleash unique skills and strategies to defeat challenging opponents. I want to circle back to the emblem. That is so exciting. All right, relax. It's not like it's Team Rocket. You can use the emblem as part of your dream city, constructing and designing magical habitats, buildings, and decorations.
Kind of fun.
So you
I would have loved a type of game like this when I was younger.
get both exciting combat and relaxing city builder mechanics all in one game. You can also join alliances with other players to unlock exclusive rewards. Download Dragon City by clicking the link in the description below or by scanning the QR code on screen to get our emblem instantly. Plus 15,000 food, 30,000 gold, and the very rare Neo Izumi dragon to start your journey. All right, now that you finished that, what did you mean earlier? That I don't do playthroughs that require skill? You do playthroughs with very straightforward, simple gimmicks. Team Sky, Fairy Gym Leader, no new moves. Sure, they're technically harder than a normal playthrough, but not by much. You're playing vanilla games most of the time. These other creators you're talking about have very famously done super difficult challenges, while you won't even do a Nuzlocke.
Well, I just get so sad when my Pokemon die.
And that's
We love Grunty Boy.
fine. It is fine that you're not a top-tier battler. Your strength is not in your battling abilities, it's in your creativity. Like, look at me. People love me, and I'm just a brand deal guy. Play to your strengths, learn from your failures, and quit comparing yourself to others so much.
Wow.
Wow. Grunty Boy. I love you.
You're right. Thanks, Grunty Boy. I had no idea you were so wise.
Sure you did. You wrote me this way. I mean, I'm a perfectly independent person, not a character. I love crime. Ta-ta!
Grunty Boy was
I would say real, but, you know, I would be agreeing to the I love crime part, which, I don't want because I have never committed a singular crime in my life. I'm a law-abiding goddess. Yep.
right. I would never succeed if I just beat myself up for failing too early. I would succeed if I learned. So what did I learn? Well, I needed to focus more on just one, maybe two Pokemon at the very beginning of the game to give them most of the experience. Because if I got to that floor 25 battle with Ivy and did not have at least one evolved starter, I was screwed. So I launched into Run 4, prioritizing Fuecoco's experience. Floor 8 Ivy went fine, and then at floor 16, I found something ridiculous.
What?
Never
A
seen someone
Master
get that
Ball?
before. Must be a good omen. Then on floor 20, Silent appeared. This was the first gym leader I had seen, since one did not occur on floor 20 of Run 2. Fuecoco defeated him easily, but it also earned me my first egg voucher. Using egg vouchers in the egg gacha is super important. It's easy to miss, but it allows you to get random eggs which hatch after a certain number of battles. The Pokemon don't help you on your current run, but it unlocks them as starters with fancy egg moves, ones they may not learn in normal Pokemon. You also have the chance to unlock legendary Pokemon as starters, which is huge, but also if you use the Shiny Up machine, they have a significantly increased chance of being shiny. And shiny Pokemon in Pokerogue matter for more than aesthetics.
Really?
The more shiny Pokemon you have in your party,
actually did not
the
know
more
that.
your luck score increases, which makes it so you have a better chance of getting better items at the
I thought it was just aesthetic.
end of a battle. I opted for the Shiny Chance Up machine, put in my voucher, and oh my god, my first one's an epic one! Oh my god! I know the Manaphy eggs can like also become Fione, but that's an insane first two pulls.
That's
if this
pretty
run
good.
didn't work out, at least I had an epic level egg that I could use as a starter for a future run. Not long later, I finally evolved something, but then I had to fight two Furfrou in a row that badly beat
and they're
me
all
up.
dolled
I had
up,
four
too.
fainted Pokemon, but I decided to save my money and only revived the starters that fainted. And then, right after, Ivy again. Oh, crap. My only non-starter went down early, so I had to lean on my starters. By using a strategy I copied from PM7, when her Croconaw would be scared out, I would sleep powder whatever came in. Bulbasaur didn't miss any sleep powders or leech seeds, and it even evolved mid-battle, and I now had my best run yet. The boss for World 3 was a Varoom, and since Steel types seemed valuable, I decided to try to catch it. I did catch it!
Let's go!
Varoom promptly went on to be helpful against the World 4 boss Grimer, since Varoom
room totally walled it. I also caught a Magneton to replace Boltund. Then on floor 49, Ivysaur evolved into Venusaur, my first fully evolved starter and a huge power boost. Floor 50 was Chuck, the next gym leader, which thanks to Venusaur and Crocalor was not difficult. Right afterward, I caught a Beware. Then on floor 54, Crocalor finally evolved into Skeledirge. Yes.
So good.
Ya Torch Song. That was dumb. And then I immediately had to fight Ivy again. But thanks to the power of Magneton and Skeledirge, plus some support from Venusaur, I beat her without any Pokemon fainting.
Let's go!
The next several floors had 2 moments that really scared me. The first being the boss Lucario, and the next being this.
What the fuck?
I don't know if the mic got it, but that thunder was loud as hell.
Oh,
then on floor
shit.
63, oh my god, I now had the Master Ball and the Shiny Charm. If a wild Shiny showed up, I could just catch it with the Master Ball. This was shaping up amazingly, and my team was getting stronger too. Okay, I think I skipped a Thunderstone before not realizing I needed to use it on Magneton. Okay, there we go. I was like, I just have to get to a magnetic field. Floor 70 brought a boss Golden Go, which
oh my fucking god, it's the string cheese man.
Fight well.
Fuck that guy.
Took out Skeledirge and Magnezone immediately, and then I forgot Golden Go's whole thing. That's good as gold. I can't believe that. Oh my god.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Are you serious? This thing is broken beyond belief. Thankfully, it started using Make It Rain instead of Shadow Ball, dropping its own offense to useless levels, allowing Swampert to wear it down. It did occur to me later, not at the time, that if it had gotten bad enough to where I would have lost the battle,
I would have
could have just
crashed
caught it
out
with the Master Ball. But I didn't think of that until now, and it didn't end up mattering. And then right after winning, I was rewarded with my epic egg finally hatching. Oh, finally!
Oh, what is it?
What is it? Okay.
Oh, okay, Enamorous.
It'll be interesting using this thing, because I've literally never done so. I've caught one and then moved on with my life. I was super pumped about Enamorous. If this run failed, I could start my next one with a legendary Pokemon.
Enamorous is kind of ugly. I'm not gonna lie.
A weird looking one, but still a legendary. And also it was a fairy type, which is one of the best types in the game. The Manaphy egg was sadly Fion. I believe there's a 9 in 10 chance of that happening. And then on floor 78, I caught Alakazam to give my team some more speed. Skeledirge beat floor 80 Tulip basically by itself.
I didn't even know this thing existed. Yeah, Enamorous is a real Pokemon. I'm being mean? What are you talking about? It is a little ugly, chat. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It's kind of funny looking. I don't know.
Mega Bracelet, allowing the possibility for me to Mega Evolve my Venusaur, Swampert, or Alakazam if one of their Mega Stones popped up. That would be hugely helpful because in Pokerogue, Mega Evolutions are permanent. And I believe you can have more than one in your party at a time. At floor 90, I destroyed my favorite Pokemon, taking down its 2 health bars in just one hit.
Other 3 look better.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was possible. I thought it always stopped at the health bar. That was crazy. Then at floor 95, it was time for Ivy once again. However, this environment had permanent sun, which served not only to nerf her terastallized Feraligatr, but it also boosted Skeledirge's firepower. I won easily, with all of my Pokemon still at green health when it ended. And then after this point, I pretty much just started steamrolling everything. Not only was Torch Song Skeledirge very good, but with how the experience items worked out, I started being higher level than everything rather than lower. There's really little I need to cover, with the exception of 2 significant events. I caught a Staraptor and swapped it in for Beware, and I got an exciting egg from the gacha. Whoa.
What'd you get? Oh, a legendary!
I've never seen that egg color before. I thought it went straight from the blue ones to the black ones. No idea what that's gonna turn into. If my reaction seems a bit confusing to those of you who have played the game, you'll see later. But aside from the Staraptor and the legendary egg, nothing exciting. I did not find any shiny Pokemon, and I did not find any Mega Stones for my 3 Mega Evolving Pokemon, which was frustrating and dumb, but hey, at least the battles were easy. I breezed my way through all the way to floor 145, the next Ivy battle. Okay, all right, there you are.
That is shiny Rayquaza.
Boss Rayquaza. That's an
Did we ball
alternate
this one,
rare
Master
shiny.
Ball?
This thing is tough.
Go
I'm not
Team
gonna cover every
Sky!
detail of this battle because it took almost 10 minutes, even with permanent sun boosting Skeledirge's power. But I'll tell you how I beat the Rayquaza. Skeledirge took out 2 of Rayquaza's HP bars, and at the end, Alakazam finished it off. It was an intense, long battle, but I made it through. Then, not long later,
Shiny baby!
Finally! If I had to do more runs later, at least I'd be able to boost my luck a little bit. The next several floors went perfectly smoothly until floor 170, where at the end of a world with permanent rain, Marlin showed up. This sucks. This battle was brutally challenging, dealing with rain-boosted water moves when I only had 1 Pokemon that resisted them. At the very end of the lengthy back-and-forth battle, it was only my Alakazam versus his Ludicolo. If I either KO'd from this range or outsped, I won, and neither happened. Ludicolo outsped Alakazam, which at the time completely confused me, but I later realized it was because it had Swift Swim. And with 2 attacks, Marlin ended my 4th run at floor 170. His final Pokemon at red HP. It could not have been closer. I lost without ever finding a wild shiny charm shiny, without ever getting to use my Master Ball, and without ever even finding a Mega Stone for one of my 3 Mega Evolving Pokemon. I believe if I had a Mega Evolution, the Marlin battle would have ended differently. But even with how poorly it ended, this loss was easier to stomach than the first 3. I made it very far, got a bunch of eggs, and my next run, I got to start with Enamorus. Several days later, I began run 5, but I had a dilemma. Enamorus cost 7 points, meaning I only had 3 left to spend on another Pokemon. I had to choose between Bulbasaur, Fuecoco, and my new shiny Flabebe. Bulbasaur gave Leech Seed, Fuecoco Torch Song, and shiny Flabebe Luck. I ended up deciding on Fuecoco since I could get Leech Seed elsewhere, and starting with 2 fairy types felt pretty risky. I felt great. I was starting with a legendary and arguably the best regular starter. This run was going to be absolutely amazing. I lost to Ivy on floor 25. I attribute this loss to both bad preparation and bad luck. Bad preparation is on me. Since it had been a few days, I forgot to prep for this battle and thus failed to evolve Fuecoco before the fight. But even if I had prepared better and evolved my Fuecoco, Ivy's team still just violently countered mine. My only useful Pokemon were Enamorus and Fuecoco. She had Charmeleon, Fletchinder, and Cloth. Fuecoco could not touch any of them.
Cloth
and Charmeleon had Metal Claw, which is one of the very few super effective moves any starter can have for Enamorus this early in the game. I was more annoyed than anything, to be honest, but I knew this pair could win. I knew this pair could get really far if Ivy had a team that was just even slightly easier to beat. So I hopped right back in to run 6. I got back to floor 25 quickly, and her starter this run is Bulbasaur, which is much easier to handle, with Pikachu spreading paralysis, pleasantly early Heat Wave on Crocolore, and Sludge Bomb on Enamorus. I defeated her.
This is making me want to play Pokemon.
As the run progressed, I caught Magikarp, since if you've seen any Team Sky videos, you know I'm a big fan of Dragon Dance Gyarados. I also caught a Drillbur, since Excadrill is fantastic, and I saw PM7 win with one. Then on floor 37, I got the Reveal Glass.
What is that?
Is that useful? Wait,
turn Pokemon to change form. Oh!
I was like, I don't have Thundurus, Tornadus, or Landorus. Why am I getting that as a thing? Do I want to change forms? I ended up deciding not to. Incarnate form speed is just so valuable. On floor 47, I caught Magneton again, since I thought Magnezone was very useful before. Then on floor 48, my legendary egg finally hatched. Oh, it's finally hatching? What?
Yeah!
I thought the legends could only...
That's such a good one. That is such a good one, chat. Holy shit, Zekrom!
Come from the black eggs! Let's go! Yeah! As you might have gathered from my reaction to getting the egg in the first place, I mistakenly believed that this pink egg was the second rarest. I mixed up legendary and epic, and I also didn't realize that the sub-legendaries, so the ones that have base stat totals a little under 600, would hatch from different eggs than the box art level legendaries. So the pink eggs, the legendary ones, those hatch like Groudon, Kyogre, Mewtwo, and Zekrom level legendaries. So this is pretty exciting because even if this run didn't go well, I could start the next one with
a
frickin'
Zekrom.
Zekrom. At floor 55, I met Ivy again, but I outleveled most of her Pokemon because I stacked up 5 experience items prior to this point. Thanks to a strong team of Enamorus, Skeledirge, Gyarados, Excadrill, Magneton, and Persian, I beat her easily. About 20
Let's
floors
go.
later, I caught a prankster Whimsicott, replacing Persian, to use as a support Pokemon with priority Cotton Spore, Leech Seed, and later Toxic. My team never changed again. And then things were frankly really easy for a while. I'm getting the impression that like, if you get past the early game, it's gonna be pretty easy for a while until it ramps up a lot at the very end. My experience items were so stacked up that my Pokemon were hitting
so
the level caps only about
disgusting.
halfway through a world.
So
Torch Song Skeledirge,
disgusting.
Dragon Dance Gyarados,
Unicron,
and
thank you so much for the
Swordsman's
follow.
Excadrill did most of the work, while Enamorus or Magnezone would fight in battles that suited them, and Whimsicott hopped in for tricky trainer battles. The IV battles were long due to all the switches, and the one at floor 145 was a bit tight, with Rayquaza and Metagross being frustrating problems, but I got the win. Also, for most of this time, I had the Mega Bracelet, and still no freaking Mega Stone for Gyarados. And then before I knew it, I was back at floor 170. If I won here,
we're so
it was
back.
my longest run yet. But could I? I was absolutely terrified and really nervous. Marlin was incredibly difficult,
Whimsicott
and
is
I
a goated
barely
mon.
lost. Would this gym leader be just as strong, even stronger? Who was it gonna be? Who was I going to fight? Who would I have to
I hate the
overcome
Ivy
on
battles.
the terrifying floor 170?
Pokerogue Ivy seems like a bitch, which is why I say Professor Ivy is the best professor.
It's a cast form.
Oh my god.
What?
Boss cast form.
I thought it was gonna be a gym leader.
Oh,
I don't believe
okay.
there's a better illustration of the role that luck plays in this game. On one run, it's Permanent Rain Water Gym Leader, and on the other, it's Cast Form, who I love, but is very weak. The gym leader came
Fair
10 floors
enough.
later, and it was Piers, and Enamorus swept through him easily. But now
Hell
that I
yeah.
was in the 180s, this began the Pokemon League Gauntlet.
Oh,
Every other floor you fight an Elite
Lord.
Four member until it eventually
Oh,
culminates in a battle versus
Lord.
a champion at floor 190. 5 6v6 battles basically in a row with no guaranteed healing in between. So it was a really good thing I saved my money. I got the Alola League. All these trainers come from the same Pokemon League group. So Mullane was first up. Excadrill and Gyarados handled it pretty much by themselves. Then came Olivia. Excadrill took big damage from Stonejourner early after Swords Dancing, but then it swept her team until Lycanroc lived due to a Reviver Seed, a Pokerogue
course.
exclusive, very broken item that
Of
heals
fucking
the
course.
Pokemon back up to half health if it faints.
That
Could you
is
imagine
stupid.
if this was in real Pokemon?
I would have
That's
crashed out.
That's ridiculous. Thankfully, Gyarados just finished
that
her
would
off.
have been my 13th
Acerola
reason.
was next. After Enamorus KO'd Palisand, Gyarados Dragon Dance swept her. Finally, for the Elite Four was Kahili. Magnezone swept through 5.
Oh, they're in Mystery Dungeon? I've never used that item. I don't remember that item. Would have been banned in competitive.
her Pokemon without even boosting itself.
I played Mystery Dungeon. Why don't I remember that item?
And Gyarados cleaned up. Finally was Champion Hao, and this was a dramatic spike in difficulty from the Elite Four. I took out his Tauros
Jesus
early, but then a
Christ.
crit Draco Meteor from Terrastalized Noivern took down Skeledirge. His Alolan Raichu proved a huge problem since it used Zippy Zap. I need to rant
What the fuck? Why does it have Zippy Zap?
about this move for a second, just so you get the full picture of what was happening here.
Isn't that the Let's Go move, or am I misremembering?
Zippy Zap is a move that the Let's
Oh,
Go
okay.
partner Pikachu can learn. 50 power, +2 priority, always a crit. Very,
Lovely.
very good move, but it's intended for a Pokemon that's base stat total is only like a little over 400. So it makes sense that it's kind of busted. But what's really weird about it is that it's still in the code for the later games. Sword and Shield, Scarlet Violet, etc. Even though you cannot bring the partner Pikachu to those games and no Pokemon can use it or select it. But they coded it in, but then also changed what it does. So instead of it being a guaranteed critical hit, they boosted its power from 50 to
That's
80.
so
But then also made it so
stupid.
using it boosts the user's evasion by 1 stage. An attack
What the
that
fuck?
boosts evasion. That is
So stupid.
broken And that's the version of the move they put in Pokerogue. This disgustingly broken move caused me to miss several crucial attacks that would have KO'd this stupid...
I fucking hate evasiveness, dude. I fucking hate that stat. Oh my goodness.
Raichu. This cursed thing ended up KOing my Excadrill with Splishy
Splishy
Splash.
Splash? Are you being for real right now? Cardilla, thank you so much for the 2-month Prime sub. Pokerogue stream went low key. I kind of want to play it after we react. I'm not gonna lie. I know we were gonna do some Pokemon TCG because I need practice for locals. Maybe we'll play Pokerogue. I don't know. We'll see.
I was down to only Whimsicott, Gyarados, and the low-health Magnezone with
the
no
hell?
reliable
What the
way to defeat the
Leonte?
Raichu. And his Lunala, oh, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, he has a freaking Lunala, was completely healthy
I'm not that
until
surprised.
it met Whimsicott. Thanks to Leech Seed and Giga Drain, which didn't even do much damage, Whimsicott outlasted Lunala and ended up healthy at the end. It Cotton Spored and Leech Seeded Noivern before going
my
down,
God.
allowing Gyarados to come in and Dragon Dance, which I had to do to outspeed Raichu. Gyarados lived the Draco Meteor, and then I clicked Crunch. How foolishly switched in Raichu, and Gyarados finished the Noivern off,
Holy
and I won
shit.
with 2 Pokemon left standing. I had made it to the final world, full of Paradox Pokemon that can't be caught, and the 2 final bosses. Many runs make it all the way to this point, only to fall short. This was it. But real quick before that, oh, a legendary egg! Which hopefully I can just win this run and we never get to see hatch. The wild Paradox Pokemon were mostly pushovers and I didn't get a single interesting item. So I got to floor 195, the final battle with Ivy, which I knew
Holy shit.
included a boss Mega Rayquaza. Oh, I'm so
Go
nervous.
Team
I'm
Sky?
shaking
Question
all
mark?
over. This battle lasted 10 minutes playing at 4 times speed. It would be impossible to concisely summarize it, so I'm just gonna play it with the dead air cut out. And immediately I have to switch because this thing's gonna sludge bomb me. Oh, okay. Got a Lumbreon. Let's go Skeledirge. What is with all the switching? I feel like she's gonna switch. Didn't switch. Okay. Well, it failed then. Let's just switch to
Oh my
Gyarados,
jeez.
Intimidate you. Flare Blitz is gonna do nothing. And I'm gonna Dragon Dance for whatever comes in. And it's you.
Of course it
Freaking
is.
freak. You've got Citrus Berry, Lepa Berry, other crap. It's for Hurricane and misses. Go for Thunder Wave on, okay, but you're gonna Lepa Berry it away. Back to Gyarados, Intimidate you.
What
Flare
the
Blitz does
fuck,
nothing
bro?
again. And I'm gonna predict the Rayquaza switch. Yep, and what did I plan to do about it? I suppose I have to get rid of that Lumberry.
I'll be
before
really
I can-
fucking honest. I don't think like this whenever I play Pokemon. I'm like, ooh, big damage move. I'm gonna press the button. I'm gonna press the button that does the most damage. Yup.
Toxic it. Okay, well, I'm just double switching. All right, there goes.
Okay, Toucannon's
Toucannon.
gone.
Gonna go for a water move, which Whimsicott tanks.
Yeah,
Get Leech
it's.
Seed on something.
I see the super effective, and I'm like, yerp. I'm pressing
Okay,
that.
kill the Metagross. What am I gonna do about you? Guessing is Hurricane.
I would have crashed the fuck out, brother.
Miss, man. Okay, well, I hit a
There's
waterfall.
one.
The Magnezone, the Hurricane hits this time. It doesn't do very much. Thank you for hitting the damn Thunder Wave. I hate that I have to keep freaking switching in Gyarados.
Yeah,
here.
that's the
I can't
fucking
risk letting
worst,
Magnezone
dude.
Go down. Oh, full paralysis. That's huge. That's huge. I'm wearing it down somehow.
I need VGC
Lost into
training.
outrage. I go into Enamorous.
Where's Kane? Kane Knight, where are you? I know Kane plays VGC. Where are you? I need you to teach
I
me.
hit something with Fleur Cannon.
Let's just message him.
I KO'd it. Let's go.
Oh shit!
HC U, which will give some health back for Gyarados. All right, now there's this thing that I haven't seen in forever. Outrage Venusaur. It's risky, but Mystical Fire. Okay, special attacks lowered.
Okay.
How long are we gonna do this dance, Tauros? So I predict. I'm gonna predict the Venusaur switch. Let's go. That did so much damage. Special attack
Holy
sharply
shit.
rose.
I don't like that.
Damn.
Oh wait, I'm an idiot. This thing's pure grass right now. I should just sludge bomb it. My Lodic is getting on my last nerves. Just doing the same chain forever.
Bring out the Whimsicott, bro!
Crunch. Big damage there. Not enough to KO, but I go back to Whimsicott again. Let's just Giga Drain. Is this gonna KO you? Finally. Oh my god. Unfortunately, Whimsicott can't do anything to Venusaur because it's a frickin'... Wait, I can Toxic it. Oh, it's got a Lumberry. I'm just gonna Cotton Spore it.
Okay.
Doesn't affect Venusaur. Cotton Spore doesn't work on grass types. Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb again. Oh, it got faster, but I lived. Sludge Bomb. Okay, I should be able to finish this now. Sludge Bomb. Finally.
Let's go.
My god. I didn't play perfectly, but I played well. I finished the battle with 4 Pokemon still standing. I was exhausted and nervous.
That's pretty good. We take those. We take those. We take that W.
My heart was pounding. I was so incredibly close. just one major battle left, the two-phase Eternatus. We are immediately leading with Prankster Leech Seed. I knew that would happen, and that is fine. I can't even see what items it has. Earthquake does 1 health bar, but it boosts his special attack. Penguin a Swords Dance. Oh, he has to recharge. Oh, I forgot Eterna Beam caused a recharge. Earthquake.
Okay.
Oh, phase 2 gets triggered once I get there. I didn't realize that.
Yerp. I
don't like that it didn't heal Whimsicott. I thought my Pokemon might have been fully healed. That really actually blows a lot. I didn't realize that. And now I don't think I can win this because Leech Seed was a big part of my plan. I watched PM7 and AlphaRad use Leech Seed to beat Eternatus. It takes 1/8 of its total health, not of 1 health bar, which is insanely good. But I screwed up.
Pretty good.
I don't know why, but I thought you got healed between the phases. There was no reason for me to think that. I can't explain it, but just like, that's what I thought. So I was okay with
would have
Whimsicott
honestly
going
assumed
down,
the same.
and now I had to live with the consequences. I would have to fight the harder phase with no Leech Seed. I was screwed. But what else could I do but try anyways? By combining Earthquakes and Dragon Danced Ice Fangs, I whittled down Eternatus to its last health bar relatively quickly. But you'll notice that I don't look excited. That's because I knew I was not as close to victory as it may appear. Eternatus knows Recover, which heals half of its total HP, not 1 bar. Meaning you have to try and beat it down after it's boosted its stats crazy amounts.
That's so dumb.
Doomed. I sent in Magnezone to try to Metal Sound drop its special defense so it would be easier to beat back down after it recovered. I hit the Metal Sound, then clicked Flash Cannon, then to my absolute shock, he went for Dynamax Cannon. He didn't recover. I thought he was gonna recover. I did it.
Let's go.
Oh my God. Let's go.
This is the face of a man who's been in so much pain. Finally getting what he wants.
I did it. On my 6th attempt with this team of spectacular Pokemon, I beat the classic mode of Pokerogue. I ended with 2 legendary starters, 1 shiny that I've never used, and a deep sense of accomplishment. Also, I unlocked Endless Mode.
You should be very proud of yourself.
That feels like way too much for me. Thank you so much for watching. There's a video on screen right now that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy, and you should absolutely click on it if you enjoy my stuff. You watch this whole video. You must like my videos, and there's more for you to watch. Also, real quick before I forget, thank you so much to Dragon City for sponsoring this video. If you install through my link, you'll get this MandJTV related emblem, 15k food, 30k gold, and the very rare Neo Azumi Dragon. Make sure to check out the game, link in the description below.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Man, that makes me want to play Pokerogue, but we all know if I decide to play a Pokerogue, I'm probably not going to get past fucking shit. Okay, I play Pokemon with the Oonga Boonga mode, where I'm just like, ooh, big damage. I don't think of like, I don't do the prediction stuff. That's definitely very VGC heavy knowledge that I do not have. They did update the site with new mechanics. Ooh, you would probably rage. Also, guys, we're gonna move on to the next video. Give me like 2 minutes though. I need to go get socks. My fucking feet are freezing. I don't have socks on. Okay, so I will be right back. All right, go and fish. I'll give me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna go get a pair of socks. My feet are fucking frozen. I'm so cold. Hi, I'm back. I also went pee. I went to use the bathroom. I'm back though! I'm gonna turn off the YouTube music. The music's from Dova Syndrome. Alright.
Today
Let's see. What video do I want to watch next? What video do I want to watch next? Part of me kind of wants to start John Michael Cup, but I feel like that'll be the next, like, big react thing I want to do. Wait, somebody said there's a new leaderboard episode? Is there really? Did one get uploaded today? Oh, I already watched this one, though. I already watched that one. That was from, like, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I wanted to do season 2, like, in a separate stream. Which one do I want to play? Which one do I want to watch? This one looks interesting. Oh, this one's also... I think this one's a... Oh, yeah, that's not... I did not... Can you guys tell I did not plan today's videos? Because I didn't have time. I didn't have time. We could watch the Grunty Boy stuff. We could do that. Is it, like, those ones? I wonder, is that... This is the first one? Oh my god. These are all... Are these all different ones? Watch Grunty Boy. Which one? I'm assuming the 4-year one. The 4-year one is the oldest one. I see. Have you seen the Scarlet Violet Dex entries videos? Yeah, I have. I think, am I caught up on all the Pokedex entry ones? Because those ones I actually really enjoy watching. I think I did. Because I watched... Did I watch this one? No, this one... Actually, no, I don't think I did. Wait, I might have watched all of that one. Pick one, which one you like. Yeah, I think I watched all of these. I think except for these ones. Oh, you know what? I haven't seen this one. The newest Pokedex entries are outrageous. They do be outrageous. Some Pokedex entries have some, like, the wildest fucking shit, dude. Have you checked out MandJTV reacts to Purple Cliff? I have not. Alright, we'll watch this one. The newest Pokedex entries are outrageous by MandJTV.
Greetings, Pokefans! Michael here, and this video is going to cover every Pokedex entry from Scarlet and Violet's DLC that I think is worthy of note, due to being crazy, interesting,
I love
funny,
Terapagos. I honestly love the future and ancient Pokemon. The Paradox ones are pretty cool.
disturbing new info about old Pokemon or whatever else. And we'll start with the
Hi, Grapple,
Kitakami
my
Pokedex
beloved.
from the Teal Mask. Artisan Form Poltergeist Scarlet entry says it sprinkles some of its powdery body onto food and drains the life force from those who
Typical ghost Pokemon bullshit. Typical ghost Pokemon.
so much as lick it. What is it with ghost Pokemon draining life force?
That's what I'm
Is it ghost type
saying.
or is it like leech type? Then its counterfeit form Scarlet entry says, supposedly, the regrets of a tea ceremony master who died before perfecting his craft lingered in some matcha and became a Pokemon.
Oh.
Okay, and regrets.
So it's literally just the regrets.
Ghost Pokemon are just draining life force and regrets. Unremarkable form Sinistra's Scarlet entry says it pretends to be tea, trying to fool people into drinking it so it can drain their life force. Its ruse is generally unsuccessful. I think it's kind of funny when Dex entries are just like, hey, this Pokemon does this thing, but it sucks at it. Next, I'm gonna cover the Loyal 3, and all 3 of their Scarlet Dex entries are in the same vein. Okidogi says after
Is
all its
the-
muscles were stimulated by the
That's a dog, right? I'm not crazy. Is that Okie Dokie? That's a dog.
toxic chain around its neck, Okidogi transformed and gained a powerful physique. Then Monkey Dory says the chain is made
This Pokemon's broken in the TCG. It's so good.
from toxins that enhance capabilities. It stimulated Monkey Dory's brain and caused the Pokemon's psychic powers to bloom. Then for Pheasantipity, it says Pheasantipity owes its beautiful looks and lovely voice to the toxic stimulants emanating from the chain wrapped around its body. So all 3 of the loyal Pokemon looked and behaved differently until they received the toxic chain, which enhanced their capabilities and
What were
altered
they
their appearance.
looking like
and also
before?
maybe made them jerks. This has led to theories about what Pokemon the Loyal 3 were before becoming the Loyal
Yeah.
3. Okidogi was weak, so some people believe it used to be a Poochyena, or another small dog Pokemon like Rockruff. Pheasantipity used to be ugly, so there are theories that it used to be a Pidove, Tranquil, or Unpheasant.
What? Ugly? You take that back, Pokedex.
Since they're both pheasant-based. When I saw this theory, female Unpheasant immediately stood out to me because it's intentionally supposed to be a drab Pokemon, so it would want to be more flamboyant. However, Pheasantipity is always male, so either male Unpheasant just like wasn't fancy enough, it was actually just a Tranquil that hadn't evolved yet, or it was a male Unpheasant that somehow looked like a female one and therefore felt bad. Finally, Monkey Dory was a dumb Pokemon, but no monkey Pokemon are explicitly stated to be dumb. So there are theories based on just the body types like Thwacky or Monferno. Diplin's Violet
For
entry
claps.
says the head sticking out belongs to the foreworm, while the tail belongs to the core worm. The two share one apple and help each other out.
That's kinda cute.
I'm recording this half of the video before the Indigo Disc comes out, so as of right now, we know that Diplin's going to get an evolution because an Eviolite works on it. The fact that Diplin has 2 worms inside its apple seems to heavily imply that whatever it turns into is gonna have 2 heads.
Oh
Its Violet
my
entry
God.
says, since it tells time precisely,
Foreshadowing.
some countries consider it to be a deity of wisdom, versed in the ways of the world. There's several things I find interesting about this. First, it mentions countries and not regions. And also, it's a new fact about Hoothoot that we never heard before. And third, they think this little guy's a deity. He's just a little owl.
He's just a little
Ariados' Scarlet
dude.
entry says, a single strand of a special thread is endlessly spun out.
Can I just say that, like, I think I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I'm running around in ZA, Legend ZA, and I see this like on the ceiling of somewhere, I get a little freaked. I'm not gonna lie. Why is it muted?
Kind of gross. But I have more to say once we read its Violet entry.
Oh,
it wanders
lovely.
in search of food after darkness falls, never nesting in a specific place. Hold on. You just said the thread leads back to its nest.
That's fucking...
But then, in the other one, it says it never nests in a specific place. 2 Dex entries in the same generation pair games directly contradicting each other. If there's another example of that,
no sense,
I can't
brother.
think of it right now.
Ha! It is I,
Grunty boy.
And look at me go! I'm so fast!
What are you doing?
I thirst for speed! The sponsor of this video is Disney Speedstorm, and the
What the
thrills
heck?
of it have me supercharged!
Let
Disney
It Go is
Speedstorm is a
crazy.
free-to-play combat racing game on
Is this a real game?
PC and console that officially launched in September, where you race as characters from Disney and Pixar.
Whoa, awesome! I want to race as Donald Duck.
Disney Speedstorm's races are super exciting thanks to the combat and different skills the characters have, each with a class like Speedster, Trickster,
never
Brawler,
heard
and
of this
Defender.
game
You can play
before.
both single player and multiplayer, and there's a variety of game modes.
Ooh, just
Interesting.
hearing about this gives me the thirst for speed.
That's what I'm saying! The Frozen-inspired Season 5, Let It Go, is going on right now, featuring an Arendelle-inspired track, Frozen-inspired racers Elsa, Anna, Olaf, Kristoff, and Hans, new cosmetics and crew members, and more. Disney Speedstorm's new season, Let It Go, is available now. Download the game on PC and console for free using the link in the description below and start racing today.
I didn't
Excellent.
even
I'm
know
gonna
this game
smoke you in some
existed.
races.
Some? Try none. Finish up your video so I can dust you. Ta-ta!
Slugma's Scarlet entry says its lava body can cool and chip away at times, but a magma bath will heal it right up. Lots of Dex
hell
entries
yeah.
talk about how Slugma's body can cool and parts can chip off, but this is the first one to talk about the fact that it can get lost parts of its body back by taking a bath, and I just think that's nice. Then its Violet entry says, it's said in ancient times when volcanoes were more active, there were many more Slugma than there are now. I just think that's an
Bunch of
interesting
little
ecological
Slugmas
change.
around.
Although, should we be worried about Slugma being endangered? Although, I suppose if Slugma's doing really well, then the rest of us are not. Macargo's Violet entry says, according to folklore, a sudden increase in the wild Macargo population heralds a volcanic eruption. This is according to folklore, not science. But once again, like if there's a lot of Slugma in Macargo, the rest of us probably are not doing great. Lotad's Scarlet entry says, the leaf on its head is naturally dirt repellent and will stay clean even after transporting Pokemon that are covered in mud. I just think that's nice. I've always liked Lotad.
That's kinda silly.
You know? Despite being a swamp deller, he's a neat freak like me. Lombre's Scarlet entry says, old folklore in Kitakami tells of a mischievous child who was reborn as a Pokemon. This is interesting to me because lots of other Lombre Dex entries talk about it being mistaken for a child. But it seems in Kitakami that turned into a legend that it actually was a child. Then its Violet entry says it prefers waterfronts with plentiful food. It became nocturnal, so it wouldn't have to compete for food with bird Pokemon. Lots of previous entries talk about it being nocturnal, but this is the first one to give us a reason why. And I think that's fun. I think ecology and how environments interact is a fun thing to add and discuss in Pokemon. C.Dot's Scarlet entry says, to expand its habitat, it pretends to be a nut, so that bird Pokemon will pick it up and carry it far away. 2 things. 1, apparently C.Dot is not actually a nut, which I think is a little odd because it is a grass-type Pokemon. But secondly, once again, another ecology strategy that I think is super interesting.
Cute.
Like, part of the reason
I want to go somewhere else. Let me pretend to be a nut.
fruit exists is so animals will eat it and then poop out the seeds elsewhere. I hope C.Dot isn't trying to get pooped. But like, maybe. Shifttree's Violet entry says, legends tell of a bird Pokemon that received divine punishment for its evil deeds and had its beak and wings replaced.
So Shiftry was a bird?
This is so cool. I know it says it's just a legend and not anything confirmed, but like, there's a whole category of real Pokemon called legendary Pokemon. But regardless of whether it's real or not, the idea of Shiftry being a bird Pokemon in the past and looking
like a Shiftry but a bird is so interesting. They could do a Paradox Pokemon that's a bird Shiftry. Like,
That would
I think
be
that's
really
so
sick.
fascinating and so fun. It's just so cool. Corefish's Scarlet entry says, it came from overseas. It's a very hardy creature that will quickly proliferate even in polluted streams. This is not new information. Most of Corefish's Dex entries say it came from overseas or from a foreign land or whatever, which means it's not native to most regions. The only ones that don't explicitly say it came from elsewhere are Sinnoh, Unova, and Kalos. And Unova and Kalos do have regional Dex entries for Corfish. So maybe Corfish originated from Unova or Kalos or Sinnoh. However, we don't know which one. But we do know it did not originate from Kitakami. Duskull's Scarlet entry says, in the dead of night, these Pokemon wander through towns in search of children, whose vital energy is a Duskull's favorite food. Again,
It's always the goddamn ghost Pokemon. It's always those guys.
with the ghost Pokemon and sapping life energy from kids specifically. Yikes! Duskull.
Why
And its Violet
do
entry
the
elaborate.
ghost Pokemon want the kids' energy? I mean, I know the answer to this, but like, what the hell?
And says Duskull's victims suffer an intense chill as the Pokemon siphons their life force away, glaring at them with its bright red eye all the while. Oh my god, it is giving us more details about how it kills children. Sawaddle's Violet entry says, the bumps on their heads are sensory organs. When Sawaddle meet, they greet each other by rubbing these bumps together. Okay. Nice little palate cleanser there. That's just adorable. Leavanny's Scarlet entry says, this gentle Pokemon has strong protective instincts. The leaves on its arms are sharp enough to slice a thick tree in half with one stroke. Okay.
Lovely.
Holy crap! Then its Violet entry says, it fashions clothing from woven leaves. Though gentle in disposition, it will show no mercy to foes who target young Pokemon. Well, thanks to the Scarlet entry, we know what happens to those foes.
Oh.
Bisection. Phantom's Scarlet entry says, legends tell that its green leaves can cure any illness. When plucked, however, the leaves will instantly wither away. This is just kind of funny.
What?
Like, they definitely don't cure any illness.
Yeah, I was
It's
about
just
to
like
say, I
people
don't think
coming
they
up with
actually
stories.
know
It's
that.
like, oh, it is forbidden, it must be incredibly powerful. I think it's just like you cut a
It's
leaf
just a
off
leaf.
a plant, it's not gonna live. Grubbin's Violet entry says, it spits sticky threads and winds them around branches, then swings nimbly from tree to tree in a pendulum-like motion.
He's just a
Simply
silly
put,
guy.
Grubbin is Spider-Man. Hakamo O's Scarlet entry says, it gets into fistfights so intense that the scales on its arms peel off.
That's disgusting.
Their arms are a sign of valiance. Ew! Just ew!
That is, that is
The specific
disgusting.
word choice of peel grosses me out so much. Like, if it had just said fall, I would have been fine, but peel? Cramorant's Violet entry says, it's an incredibly poor learner because it uses the bare minimum amount of energy for its brain. It focuses on battling instead. This is just kind of funny. Cramorant's dumb. But also it leads into the next one. The Scarlet entry for its gorging form says its throat is clearly not wide enough to swallow a Pikachu, and yet Cramorant makes no moves to release its catch. Maybe it doesn't
Why?
realize
The
it can't
poor
swallow it
Pikachu,
because it uses the
bro.
minimum amount of its brain. And now for the final entries in the
Cramorant's
Teal
such a-
Mask.
Cramorant's
Male
such a silly
Basculegion's
guy.
Violet entry says it can jump with incredible power. Parts of its body are tinged red by the rage of its fallen friends. Then the Violet entry for the female one says it can afflict a target with terrifying illusions that are under its control. The deeper the sadness in its friends' souls, the paler Basculegion becomes. We didn't know this in Legends Arceus. These entries now give us a reason for why male and female Basculegion look different. Sad reasons,
It is
but
very
they are
sad.
reasons. And now for the Indigo Disc Dex entries. Dodrio's Scarlet entry says it now has 3 hearts and 3 sets of lungs. Though it can't run as fast as Doduo, Dodrio can keep running for longer stretches of time. Kind of weird to say it
Yeah,
can't
like
run as
3
fast
bodies in one. Huh.
as Doduo, considering Dodrio's base speed is 110, while Doduo's is only 75. Then its Violet entry says, the strongest head with the thickest neck becomes the leader and gains primary control of the body. This is the first time it's mentioned that one of the 3 heads is the leader over the other 2. Rhyhorn's Scarlet entry says, Rhyhorn claims an area with over a 6-mile radius as its territory. It apparently forgets where this territory is when running, however. Then it
Why is that so funny to me?
Its Violet entry says once it starts running, it won't stop, even if it crashes through boulders.
Oh,
This
he just
disposition
wants
is
to
what's
run.
caused its habitat to expand. Both of these together amuse me. It's got a huge territory because it just keeps running and forgetting where its territory was, and it's like, oh, this is my new territory. Rhydon's Violet entry says it evolved to walk using only its hind legs, which has allowed it to expand its habitat even onto steep mountains. It evolves and expands its habitat even more. Rhyperior's Violet
That's
entry says a
awesome.
Rhyperior's brain is smaller than a Rhydon's, but the Rhyperior is stronger because it spends more energy on battling and less on brain power. So this is kind of crazy. Apparently Rhyperior is dumber than Rhydon, but I do wonder if it's dumber than Rhyhorn. I feel like that would be really hard to pull off. Electabuzz's Violet entry says, research is progressing on storing lightning in Electabuzz, so this energy can be used at any time. Most of Electabuzz's dex entries talk about it causing blackouts, so I think this is kind of a funny progression where it's like, oh, it was causing so many blackouts, what if we could repurpose it to do the opposite effect? Be a battery in case there's a blackout. Although in defense of Electabuzz, its Ultra Moon entry says, while it's often blamed for power outages, the truth is the cause of outages is more often an error on the part of the electric company. Keep your utility companies accountable, people. Don't let them toss the blame onto a Pokemon. Electivire's Scarlet entry says, when it gets excited, it thumps its chest. With every thud, thunder roars and electric sparks shower all around. That just sounds awesome. I have nothing else to add. Zebstrika's Violet entry says, once the herd hears thunder, it chases after the storm clouds so that the Blitzel in the group can use the lightning to charge up. First off, just want to say, love Zebstrika, glad to have it back. And as for the dex entry, I just think it's cute that it charges after storms in order to help its young get more powerful. Milcery's Violet entry says, when attacked, it tackles its foes and covers them in cream. With its foe either blinded or astonished by deliciousness, Milcery flees. Astonished by deliciousness might be my favorite set of words in any dex entry ever.
That is a unique set of vocabulary. That is a very unique set of vocabulary.
Trapinch's Scarlet entry says, this Pokemon lives in arid deserts. It patiently awaits prey inside its funnel-shaped nest. Normally, I don't cover any dex entries that are repeats of previous generation dex entries, but I had to bring up this one because of what they did in the terrarium. They actually put these funnel-shaped nests with Trapinch at the bottom in the terrarium, and I really enjoyed getting to see that. It's the first time we've seen these nests anywhere other than new Pokemon Snap. Pikipek's Violet entry says, Pikipek has strong muscles in its neck, so it won't hurt itself even if it violently shakes its head. Well, it's gotta have the densest muscle mass ever because look at it, it barely has a neck at all. Toucanon's Violet entry says, pairs of Toucanon are considered symbols of companionship as these Pokemon will raise the temperature of their beaks to warm each other. We already knew that it was a symbol of harmonious couples, you know, it's brought to weddings at times, but I just think it's so cute that they have like toucan couples that like, oh, it's cold, let me warm you up with my beak. It's just nice. Tentacruel's Violet entry says, in battle, it extends all 80 of its tentacles to
80? 80?
And trap its opponent inside a poisonous net. Okay, this is a repeated dex entry from previous games, but I have to talk about it because for 25 years, they've been trying to tell us that Tentacruel has 80 tentacles. It has 8. We can count them. Why are you still trying to convince us that it has 80? Now, to be fair, its Sun Dex entry says normally it has 80 poisonous tentacles. The longer one has been alive, the fewer tentacles it will have. But you could hatch a Tentacool and then rare candy it up to evolution within 5 minutes, and it will evolve into a Tentacruel with only 8 tentacles. Quit saying there's 80. Oddish's Scarlet entry says its scientific name is Audium Wondrous. It is said to cover distances as far as 1,000 feet when night falls.
What are the other scientific names for other Pokemon?
Walking on its 2 roots. Once again, this is one that has been mentioned in the past. However, only in Fire Red and Y. And I played Leaf Green and X, so that's why I completely missed this. I caught an Oddish and saw Audium Wondrous. Not only Pokemon have scientific names,
that's pretty sick.
Audium Wondrous? It's so silly. And also really interesting because Have Pokemon had scientific names?
That's what
The
I'm
whole
saying.
time? Galarian Slowpoke's Violet entry
My
says
beloved.
it uses its tail to fish, but the scent of the spice emanating from its tail ensures its catches are always lacking. As I've mentioned, Dex entries that talk about a Pokemon being bad at something always tickle me. Galarian Slowbro's
that.
Scarlet entry says,
He
Shelter
has a
seems
gun.
blissful over the taste of Slowbro, even though the toxins seeping from the bite have caused Shelter to faint. Then its Violet entry says, Shelter bites down hard on Slowbro's arm to suck out more poison. This seems to cause itching, so Slowbro occasionally lashes out. So basically, the Shelter's a drug addict. It is blissfully catatonic and has lost its sense of self, and then the Slowbro is regularly agitated by the Shelter biting it. What the hell is going on? Like, whatever the opposite of a symbiotic relationship is, that's what this Pokemon is. Galarian Slowking's Scarlet entry says, it
That's so
administers its
silly.
potions to weakened Pokemon it sees. These potions are derived from poison and secreted from holes in Slowking's horns. Okay, seems nice.
Okay.
But its Violet entry says it creates potions by mixing toxins with the food it's eaten. Not even Slowking itself knows what effects the potions will have.
Jesus
so
Christ.
Slowking
Just
is
mixing
just
whatever.
handing out random drugs to weaken
Drug dealer Galarian Slowking is just my new headcanon.
Pokemon and doesn't know what they're gonna do? Are you kidding me? Those commercials that are like, don't do drugs, and there's like, hey kid, you want something? Those people are real, and it's Galarian Slowking. It seems both Galarian Slowbro and Slowking should be cautionary tales in DARE classes. Just say no to the slow, kids. Inkay's Violet entry says, being upside down improves its blood flow and clears its mind, causing the power of its psychic moves to increase dramatically.
That's interesting.
Inkay is always turned upside down to attack, and you have to turn your console upside down to evolve it, but we've never really had a lore explanation for why, but now we do. It improves blood flow and increases its psychic power. Dewpider's Violet entry says, it supports the water bubble that envelops its head with 3 of its legs. Sometimes it secretly swaps which legs are holding up the bubble. Until I read this Dex entry, I did not realize that those were legs. I thought they were just like antenna or horns or something. The fact that it can swap them when no one's looking just really tickles me. Hitmontop's Scarlet entry says, this Pokemon is adept at dance-like kicks. The horn atop its head is made from the same substance that generally forms fur and claws. That substance is keratin, and I think it's interesting that they specifically mention it. Then its Violet entry says, it spins on its horn while dealing out elegant kicks. Its horn grows continuously throughout its lifetime. This is the first time it's mentioned that Hitmontop's horn continually grows, but it also tickles me a bit because I think about a really old Hitmontop having just a preposterously long horn that it could never balance on. Male Meowstic's Violet entry says, if Meowstic continuously emits its powerful psychic energy, it will damage its own body.
No, don't do that.
That's not great. Meteor Form
Don't
Minior's
do that.
Violet entry says, it will react when touched or called to, but it's unknown whether such responses indicate consciousness. Wait, hold on. We're not sure if Minior is conscious? It's a little unclear
That's kind of sad. Minior is just a sad Pokemon for me.
whether they're just referring to the Meteor form here, but like it responds to commands. Then the Core Form's Violet entry says, Minior that fall to the ground try to return to space, but their wish will not come true. All they can do is fade away.
Meteor, no! It's dying. That actually makes me so sad.
What the hell? Why are
What
these
the
Dex
fuck?
entries so mean to Minior? The first one is like, yeah, we're not sure if it's even conscious. And then the second one's like, its wish will never come true. It will never return to its home. It will die here.
Whoever
And so-
wrote that Pokedex entry is someone check on that dude.
Like, why? It's so cute. Why be so mean? And also, like, are all Minior just like actively dying?
Yes!
Okay, I guess technically all living things are like actively getting closer to death, but it's like all it can do is fade away. That's so bleak. Hisuian Quillfish's Scarlet entry says, it lives just offshore in cold parts of the world. Its poisonous spikes are thicker and shorter than those of other regions' quillfish. I like this. This explains how Hisuian quillfish can still be around in modern times. It's only found in exceptionally cold water, and it's only found in the waters of the polar biome of the terrarium. Duraludon's Violet entry says, its metal body is durable but prone to retaining heat. It vents this heat from the slits in its tail.
That's kind of
I just thought this was a fun little biology fact. That's why the slits are there. Archaludon's Scarlet entry says, it gathers static electricity from its surroundings. The beams it launches when down on all fours are tremendously powerful. I just think it's funny that Archaludon has to get down on all fours to launch any attacks. You know, really drives home the, look, I'm a bridge. Hydrapple's Scarlet entry says, 7 serpents live inside an apple made of syrup. The serpent in the center is the commander. First off, 7? I was expecting 2 because there were 2 of them in Diplin. I lost my mind when my shiny one evolved and all the other heads popped out. I was like, excuse me? Oh my God. Where did the other 5 come from? Here it is. I haven't seen this before. What are you?
How excited he is.
Whoa! But also I wanted to draw attention to the usage of the word syrpent, S-Y-R-P-E-N-T. That spelling is intentional, I believe, to show it's a combination of serpent and worm. It looks like weird
I was
to
gonna
me,
say syrup.
but that's an old word for a dragon. So it's like, look, it's a snake
cool.
and a dragon, and also sort of a worm too. Then its Violet entry says, these capricious serpents have banded together. On the rare occasion that their moods align, their true power is unleashed. Capricious means
so they
prone
just don't
to
get
mood
along?
swings. You may have already known that, but I didn't. So I thought I would explain for those of you who had identical vocabularies to me. But also this explains its signature move, Fickle Beam. Most of the time, Fickle Beam is only 80% power, but 30% of the time, it will double to 160. So apparently the rare occasion where their moods align is 30% of the time. Swampert's Violet entry says, Swampert's arms are rock hard. With one swing, they can batter down Swampert's foes. This Pokemon makes its nest on beautiful beaches. This is another one that has technically been mentioned in the past, but I missed it because the note about it making its nest on beautiful beaches was only brought up in Fire Red and Leaf Green, which I don't know about you, that's a game I didn't put a Swampert in. But on that point, Swampert built its nest on beautiful beaches, not in, I don't know.
That is, yeah, that is a little confusing.
Swamps? I know the Hoenn region's got a lot of beautiful beaches, but like, this still took me by surprise. Oshawott Violet entry says, it's said that Oshawott learned to maintain its Scalchop with riverbed stones by mimicking humans it saw using whetstones. This is the first mention of Oshawott mimicking humans, and that's interesting because it leads into Duott's Scarlet entry. It's said that people modeled swordplay after the way Duott's movements flow like water while it's wielding its 2 Scalchops.
Such a good middle evolution.
So Oshawott copied us, and then we copied Duott. And I just think that's a cool little symbiotic teaching relationship. IsamaraArt's Scarlet entry says, a master of a sword drawing art called Aiajutsu. Definitely butchered that, sorry. IsamaraArt settles its battles with a single swing of either large sword sheathed in its 4-leg armor. Again, sorry, probably gonna butcher the pronunciation on this, but Aiajutsu is a real thing. Wikipedia says it's a combative quick draw sword technique. This art of drawing the Japanese sword, katana, is one of the Japanese Koryu martial art disciplines in the education of the classical warrior. Delphox's Scarlet entry says it leaves burn marks in the ground with the flame at the tip of its wand. Long ago, people used the shapes of these burn marks for divination. Other entries say Delphox could see into the future, but this is the first mention of people using what Delphox created to do the same.
That is pretty cool.
Or at least trying to. Greninja's Violet entry says, it makes shuriken out of mucus excreted from its thighs. These shuriken can cut cleanly through steel cables. Hold on. Mucus?
That is really gross.
Excreted from its thighs? Its X version Dex entry said they were made from compressed water. You mean to tell me that this Pokemon's signature move should not be called Water Shuriken, but Snot Star? Okay, yes, I understand that snot is nasal mucus specifically. I really liked the alliteration. But anyways, like, that attack just got way grosser. Rillaboom's Scarlet entry says, though it has a calm disposition, it won't tolerate those who drum up discord. It strictly disciplines offenders until they learn their lesson. It seems whoever wrote this Dex entry has a taste for wordplay, because a previous Dex entry says Rillaboom, it appreciates harmony. You know, that's not new information. But this writer specifically inserted the phrase drum up. And I gotta say, I respect it. Raboot's Violet entry says, while it prides itself on its varied kicking moves, it can also deliver powerful headbutts once its flames have heated up its forehead. It appears Raboot knows how to do headers. Inteleon's Violet entry says, it may present itself as being well-mannered, but deep down, it still has a lazy side. It will slack off when its trainer isn't looking.
Okay,
this is the first mention of Inteleon being lazy like Drizzile is. Gouging Fire Scarlet entry says, there are scant few reports of this creature being sighted. One short video shows it rampaging and spouting pillars of flame. I'm sorry, I'm a little confused here. Who possibly got this thing on video?
That's what I'm
Crown
saying.
Scarlet
Is it
entry
an
says
ancient
it
one?
resembles a mysterious object introduced in a paranormal magazine as a cutting-edge weapon shaped like a Cobalion. All the entries that mention a paranormal magazine should be taken with a grain of salt, but I do think it's interesting that they said it's a weapon shaped like Cobalion and not a modified Cobalion.
I suppose.
You know, they just built a robot to look like Cobalion. But then Iron Boulder's Scarlet entry says it resembles a Pokemon described in a dubious magazine as a Terrakion that had been modified by an evil organization. Okay, so Iron Crown just looks like Cobalion, but Iron Boulder is actually a modified Terrakion? I don't know what to believe.
What evil organization?
Also, what is this evil organization? Like another Team Rocket in the future? Team like Super Rainbow Rocket? I don't know. Iron Leaf's Violet entry says, according to the few eyewitness accounts that exist, it used its shining blades to julienne large trees and boulders. Julienne means to cut into thin strips. How do you julienne a boulder? Next, I have Dex entries for Terapagos, which has 6 in total, and I'm gonna cover 4 of them. Its normal form Scarlet entry says, Terapagos protects itself using its power to transform energy into hard crystals. This Pokemon is the source of the Terastal phenomenon. This tiny baby is the source for the whole shindig across multiple regions. Wild. Its normal form Violet entry says, it's thought that this Pokemon lived in ancient Paldea until it got caught in seismic shifts and went extinct. This seems to imply there were a lot more of them in ancient Paldea. Only one has survived.
There are multiple Terapagos.
Which if that's the case, was there just like a lot more crystals? Its Terastal form Violet entry says, the shell is made of crystallized Terastal energy. When struck by a move, the shell absorbs the move's energy and transfers it to Terapagos. This is the explanation for its ability Terra Shell, which makes it so that any hit that strikes it when it has full HP is not very effective, which is essentially just multi-scale. And then its stellar form Scarlet entry says, in this form, Terapagos resembles the world as the ancients saw it, and its Terastal energy is abnormally amplified. Okay. Resembles the world as the ancients saw it. Really goes hard as a phrase. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out another one of my videos, you totally should. You can do this one right here. I think it's a really good video. I make great videos. It's a lot of fun. But anyways, that's all I have for now. So until next time, Boogie fans. Gotta catch them all. Greetings, Boogie fans. Michael here.
What a fun one. There was some pretty weird ones in there, like Greninja's mucus thighs? No, thank you. You know, I think I'm good. I don't really want mucus from your thighs. I'm good. That is kind of gross. That is kind of disgusting. That is gross.
Greetings, Boogie fans. Michael here, and this video's gonna...
We'll watch one more video, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do after. I think I kind of want to watch the fairy gym leader one. Because I love fairy types, okay? Fairy types are my favorite Pokemon type. Like, ever. I fucking love fairy types. So, I mean, I know it's a series, but we're gonna go jump into the fairy gym leader one. So, alrighty, I played a Pokemon as a fairy gym leader by MandJTV.
Today, I'm going to become a gym leader of the newest type in the oldest region.
Yeah!
I'm off to Kanto, where I shall become a gym leader of... the fairy type. Amazing,
I love
I've
his
already
fit.
found an Eevee. Once I catch this and make it love me, I'll have my ace, a Sylveon. Also, I should mention,
Sylveon's so
since I'm
good.
Michael, and I'm a fairy type gym leader, and fairies do
Michaela?
magic, for this playthrough, you shall exclusively refer to me as Magic Mike. Subscribe.
I was gonna say Michaela, but you know, Magic Mike's a pretty good one.
Subscribe got a Pikachu. Apparently, if you subscribe, you get a Pikachu. Off we go. Oh my God!
Shiny!
What? Don't talk to me now! No! Sylvia looks very happy. Well, I'm glad you do.
Oh my
well,
God,
thanks
that
to
one's
this
such a
person,
troll.
The immediate shiny is dead forever. However, it was not a fairy type, so I probably wouldn't have used it anyways. To me, this says by the end of this
My
playthrough,
goodness.
I will have a shiny on my team. I have to beat Brock before I can get my glorious Clefairy. Come on. I resent the fact that I have to do this gym battle without a fairy type on my team, but at least I have
Just
a
the
future
Eevee on your
fairy
head.
type. There goes his Geodude. Tail whip a couple times. Double kick. Oh, I think I need to do. Okay, all right, one more double kick and I've got it. And with this, 1, 2, your giant, mean-looking rock snake has fallen to the power of an adorable fairy. Kind of, almost, at some point. Finally. Mount Moon. Somewhere deep within these caverns lies the rare Clefairy. Clorary. Oh my gosh, there one is
Clorary.
immediately! Clefairy!
Let's go!
Wiggle that little hand! I don't need this! Yes! Finally a fairy type! Adored for their cute looks and playfulness, they're much like me. They're thought to be rare as they do not appear often. Yes, that would be the definition of rare. Ooh, that is
Yep.
that is the worst possible nature.
Oh,
I
rip.
might catch a few.
You can't win them all.
So I ended up catching a bit more.
That's more than a few, Magic Mike. That is a little more than a few.
More than a few. And this is my new team of my Eevee and 5 Clefairies with somehow still not a single fairy move. The level 6 one's more recent. It has a modest nature. I just wanted so badly
Lord.
to reclaim the shiny and get my shiny, sparkly, glittery fairy. And that didn't work out. Sorry, as a fairy type specialist, I'm deeply afeared of poison. Kills the magic and sparkly fun. Could you imagine? You're at a fun princess birthday party, then all of a sudden someone shows up with slime. Well, actually, that depending on the type of slime, some people might enjoy that. Someone shows up with nuclear waste. I'm beginning to realize being a fairy specialist in the region with extremely abundant poison types may
Might
not
have
have been the best call.
the smartest idea.
Go
Rent it, boy.
Aw, man, not another personality.
Team Rocket, what do you in your bland colored outfit want?
Bland colored? It's sleek and practical for nighttime operations. You know what? Anyways, I'm the guy who does the sponsor stuff, and this video is sponsored by Summoner's War, which is celebrating its 10th anniversary. This turn-based RPG lets you collect over 1,600 monsters, assemble synergistic teams, and have exciting battles with them. And something tells me monster collecting is right up yours and the viewer's alley.
Are there fairies?
There are light
Are there?
attribute monsters, so that's kind of similar.
Sparkly.
What? There's no better time to hop into Summoner's War than the 10th anniversary, where players can get a 5-star monster, 10 types of transmogs, and Mystical Scroll 10 plus 1 event. Plus, you can partake in new events like new shops, new monsters, and more. Download Summoner's War on Android, iOS, or Steam using the link in the description below or the pinned comment.
You know, I have to admit, despite your drab appearance, you do your job with sparkly style.
Mike, if you can hear me, please let this one be a one-off. Ta-ta!
Well, considering how many levels my Pokemon got from all that Clefairy catching, I feel like I can just fight the gym leader without doing anything
it.
else. He's
We
level
ball.
15. My
Fuck
Eevee's
it.
23. Now, could I
We
defeat the
ball.
water-type gym leader by using my over-leveled Eevee and its electric move Buzzy Buzz? Yes, very easily. However, that would be boring, so I'm gonna add a bit more sparkle. I'm gonna be a horrible person and minimize once,
my
maybe twice.
God.
Let's do twice. How did you hit me? All right, well now I'm at +4 evasion. And now I'm gonna spam metronome.
Oh, we're taking the
because
fun way
That's all
out.
I got. I don't have any fairy moves. Fire punch. That's not helpful.
Yeah.
Metronome again. Confuse ray. That is helpful.
That's
Are you
pretty good.
serious? How? How is that a crit? That's not sparkle. Spike cannon. All right. Well, nothing. Oh, okay. Okay. Nice. All right. How are you hitting me? I'm gonna minimize again. It's hit me twice in a row. All right, now it better not hit me. Metronome. Ember, what's with the fire moves? Stun Spore, okay, that's pretty nice. Horn Drill, oh!
That's pretty good.
That's some sparkle. I'm about to switch my Pokemon, of course not. I'm at +6 evasion. I do only have 3 metronomes left, but I got 4 other
that'll be enough.
Oh, all right, that's gonna hurt the strategy a bit. Oh, super effective. And a crit, nice. Okay, she doesn't go for Swift every time. Oh,
thank
that would've
God.
been cool. Last metronome, which I am not gonna get to use. It's fine, I have several more Clefairy.
Several more metronomes.
Oh, all right, well, this one didn't go well. Okay, that only did 3 HP damage somehow. So I might have a couple turns. Ooh.
Oh! Let's go!
Oh my God. Oh.
Let's fucking go!
Dude, that's some fairy magic right there. Subscribe-yarg. You too should consider subscribe-yarg.
Hell yeah.
Finally, another fairy. Jigglypuff. So pretty in pink. Oh, and first throw too. Does Vermilion City have any kind of clothing shop? Because there's not an ounce of pink on my outfit. And that's a huge problem. Come back and see me once you're best friends with Sylvia. You mean
Are we
once
not?
it's a
Are you guys not best
Sylveon?
friends?
Speaking of that, I need to pet it. Love me, love me. Oh, yes, haha, that's good. I ate this berry. But don't evolve till you get a fairy type move. Otherwise, you're gonna become an Espeon or Umbreon, and that'd be a disaster.
That would be pretty
present, a rock. Thank you. How did you wrap it? You know, with the catch combo
Don't worry about it.
31, I was hoping I could get more Jigglypuff to balloon into existence than this. Why can't the sparkly Jigglypuff come to me as easily as that frickin' Pidgey? Does the universe hate glitter? My God, who knew just sitting here doing nothing could be so exhausting? I don't feel very sparkly. Okay, I can't do this anymore. Now, somewhere on this route, I'm pretty sure I can find the final fairy type local to the Kanto region.
Where is it?
And I'm the okay. Oh my God! I had just
That was a comeback from earlier.
That's gotta be the same.
Wait, that's so
Pidgey.
silly.
It has returned to me, and I'm finally learning a fairy move too.
Let's go!
Okay, so very clearly this is not a fairy type. Can it learn a single fairy type move? No. Hear me out, okay? You ever hear of Agatha? Very prominent types, but it's timid. I cannot win. Anyways, Agatha,
rip.
you know, very prominent type specialist here in the Kanto region, who's a ghost specialist who uses an Arbok and a Golbat, who are not ghost type. The only ghost move that her Golbat likes to use is Confuse Ray. And then Arbok doesn't have a ghost move at all. She's actually just a poison specialist pretending to be a ghost specialist. But I feel like, you know, it's the spirit
little
of things.
room,
I
you
am
know?
a fairy trainer, and this thing was sparkling.
Has
so
wings
at
like a
least
fairy.
For now, I am adding it to the party. I'm calling it Sparkles, and at least for now, it's sticking around. Now, where's one of those Mr. Mimes? Aha! Finally! You're not as cute as the others, but you are pink. Yes!
True.
I always travel with Wigglytuff. I never leave home without it. You know. You've got your head on straight. Pokemon Trainer, subscribe! I am Confucian. I will say, having a Psychic Fairy type does make poison types a bit less scary. Now for my favorite move, Moonblast! Oh man, it's so
Moonblast
hard
is
and
always so
fast.
fun to use.
Sparkles! Hello, ma'am. Is everything all right? So caught up in sketching the ocean view that I
Oh
missed the ship. Well, I'm sorry to hear.
What's her name again? I always forget her name. Fairy specialist from Alola. Fairy specialist from Alola. I used what is it? Her card. Mina. There we go, Mina.
For that. What are you going to do?
I
Guess
used
I'll
her
stay
card
here
in
for a
my
while.
fairy deck
like the
in,
color
like,
of
the
the
Sun and
sea
Moon
in
days.
Kanto anyways. Okay. What a strange girl.
I never
It's
saw her
time to
again.
again prove myself worthy of being a gym leader by defeating another. Now, could I just
It's
dig
American.
with Eevee a few times to claim victory? Probably. But again, that would be boring. We gotta add some sparkle. So we're gonna try and do the same thing we did against Misty. And if it goes badly, I will adjust. I wanna get my special defense up first because this Voltorb has Swift. Just don't paralyze me. All right, sweet. And now we get small. Would have been nice if you had missed that one. All right, +4 evasion, one more minimize, and then it's metronome time. Thank you for actually missing the freaking Thunderbolt. Light screen is gone. Let's waggle some fingers. Okay, all right, that makes
Light
sense.
screen
Earthquake
and a
would
game.
work well here. Withdraw. Okay, not useless. Well, I mean, it's useless against this thing. There's the Swift that can't miss. That's why we amnesia'd. Double edge. Oh no, don't hurt yourself. Ow, I don't want to be hurt.
Ow.
No. Thunderbolt misses. Thank you. Thank you.
Metronome.
Submission. What's with the recoil moves? Thunderbolt misses, thankfully. Come on, buddy. It's either defense or recoil. Recover would be nice. Oh, the Thunderbolt hits. Come on. This has got to go better, right? Confusion! All right, that's a KO. We're gonna keep battling. I know it's a steel type. I know it's very scary, but I scouted this gym leader and he doesn't have any steel type attacks. Metronome, are you serious? Okay, well, it's super effective at least, but that kills me. Oh, it doesn't actually. Okay, are we gonna KO one more before we go down?
One more.
Nope. Not this turn. 3 more metronomes. Horn attack. That's not helpful. That was a crit. This metronome. Scratch. Thirst for
What
the horn
the fuck
drills.
is this?
Last metronome from this Clefairy. It is Hypnosis. Okay. Well, I have exhausted all of my
time.
metronomes, but I have 15 Moonblasts. Hiya! All right, now here will be the interesting part. A single hit from his Raichu KOs Clefairy. Probably. I'm at +3 defense, +6 special defense, so maybe not. I feel like probably. However, if I can dodge enough attacks, I didn't even dodge a quick attack. Are you serious?
Man.
That's ridiculous. All right, here's the other Clefairy that's higher level. This one we're just gonna start blasting. Ooh.
Why not?
Thunderbolt me all you want, man. This sparkly moon blast ends the gym battle. Now where's my gym? With the pace I'm on, they're definitely gonna have to give me one. Do I take over a gym or do I build a
that.
new one? Maybe I'd do it in Lavender Town. That'd be kind of a fun juxtaposition. And now that I've defeated Lieutenant Surge, I think it's finally time. Use one of my rare moonstones on one of my Clefairies to make it a Clefairy no more, but a glorious Clefable. Look at that different shade of pink. It is a kind of fairy rarely seen by people. Yes, fairy
Rarely.
Pokemon. That is why I have it. Does my Eevee love me yet? Oh, dang it. I realize
Eevee
I
doesn't
haven't
love
nicknamed
you
Mr.
yet.
Mime yet. I will upgrade it to Sir Mimeson. Double edge. And you know what that means. That means the final move has been learned. And Jigglypuff may ascend. Let's get tough. With a big squishy guy. Wait, it can
Look
continue
how
to inflate
happy the
itself without
Wigglytuff
limit?
is.
How big can this thing get? If it can theoretically grow without limit, it could rival Godzilla. You shall henceforth be known as Godwiggler. Ah, Lavender Town. Wouldn't this be a good place for a fairy-type gym? I'd have to brighten up the colors a little
Would
bit.
it?
And, you know, actually just brighten the whole vibe. But with a little elbow
kinda-
grease
kinda
and
scary.
sparkle. Sparkles, why are you losing to a grass type? Sparkles, no! This nature
no.
for a Pidgeotto is pretty bad. It's actually very good for a Mega Pidgeot, but guess who doesn't have access to that? Did you guess me? I don't know if you did. I can't hear you, but I'm assuming you did. And if you did, it's correct. If it isn't Magic Mike, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? This
What are
isn't
you
really my
doing
vibe.
there?
I just kind of walked in here. And now I'm fighting subscribe. I would prefer subscribe and I be allies because I'm a big fan of subscribing and of when others do it to me. Ah, man. You Hyper Potion! Why?
What the
Your
fuck?
poison type doesn't scare me anymore. I'll confuse it. Uh-oh. Why did that do less than half? Oh, no.
Yeah, why?
Oh, no. I need a better psychic move. Oh, come on. And before the grass gym, which is also a poison gym in this generation, I need to buff up
Wonderful.
Mr. Mime somehow. Excuse me, Sir Mimeson. Well, his starter's evolved. Looking forward to when mine is. I can't believe it. I've neglected to have Pokemon follow me. Look at you, buddy. In your pink majesty. And what is that? Oh! you! I know
What
I
the
like
hell,
magic and
Leonte?
fairies and stuff, but that is dark magic! Get me out of here! Okay, I have to change this name. Every time I see it, I don't think of Godzilla. I think of a Wiggler from Mario just being God, and that was not the vibe I was going for. I'll call it
What is the new
Parade, because a
name?
big parade balloon. This gambler
Yippee.
has a level 35 Rhyhorn, which is just gonna spam horn drill. But I break that strategy by having my level 37 Eevee, which is so
bouncy
over-leveled, it's
bubbles.
insane. Does it love me enough to be a Sylveon yet? I'd like for it to. More
That is
special
insane
moves
that
for
the
Eevee,
friendship
including
isn't up all the way
Glitzy
yet.
Glow? A psychic type move, huh? Could have sworn that was gonna be fairy. Well, I can go for Baddie Bad instead of Bite. Baddie Bad? Who named these? I've come here to collect a lot of Cantonian Vulpix. If you have a Vulpix, please trade it for my Vulpix. Sure, I got a couple of... He's giving me an Alolan Vulpix!
And that's
which
a fairy!
famously once evolved becomes fairy type! A glorious day for sparkles! And it already has Dazzling Gleam and Ice Beam? Are you kidding me?
That's
Might as well
so
catch some
good.
more, do some more trades, just because this is so exciting. I caught a few more. Brock gave me
Got a lot more.
I can give to this guy and arrive in Saffron City, which I don't care about most of what's going on here right now, but I do care about this. Hello, give me Psychic.
Hello.
Yay! I have leveled up the best Vulpix to learn its final level up move,
Let's
Blizzard,
go!
which means now I just need an Ice Stone. Oh, I'm so poor now.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
I'm an idiot. I came in here to buy an Ice Stone, and I got distracted and spent all my money on TMs. Dang it! A blunder of seismic proportions. A nugget. I can afford the stone. One Ice Stone, please. And now Vulpix
Let's go!
is a majestic Ninetales, strictly
beautiful.
superior to the
So
other form, might I add.
bonita.
Oh man, I can't change its name because it's traded.
That's
your,
sad.
your nickname's gonna be Tails. We work with what we get. Why can my Alolan Ninetales learn Dark Pulse, but not
Don't worry
Shadow
about
Ball
it.
or Psychic? What are you hiding?
don't
This
worry
dude
about
just
it.
Threw
Don't-
the key
don't you worry
up
about
on
that.
the ledge. Thankfully, I have a Mr. Mime that can use Psychic to lift it back up there.
Magic
Sylvie,
Mike
my
is an
Eevee.
icon.
You don't know Psychic. Really hoping I can one-shot these two poison types before they nuke me with some poison moves. That's not a one-shot, that sucks, but maybe this will be. Oh, come on! Pulse your darkness, Ninetales. I mean, sparkle. Alrighty. Hello, you people. Your outfits are terrible. So dark and gloomy. Where's your sparkle? Oh, he's just attacking. Okay, that's fair. You and your poison types. I hate it. I hate it so much. Flinch. Jesus Christ, that did nothing. Oh, I regret everything. I regret all of my decisions ever. Okay. Oh boy. No. Sir Mindset, I know you're still weak to poison, but hopefully you can tank this. Please live. Jeez, that wasn't even a crit. I mean, it dies now, but good lord. Poison
Rest
types,
in
their
peace.
venom disgusts me. Fighting a poison type in a mostly metal room. This is not a good place for a fairy specialist. Are you kidding? But I lived. Oh my gosh. Am I gonna get to heal before fighting Giovanni? Because I need it. You there, you and your bland style, your boring haircut, your terrible lack of glitter, that weirdly sexy Persian painting on your wall. I don't
That
know how
is
I
a
feel
little
about that.
freaky.
Actually, I do. It's not just not good. Anyway.
That is freaky.
Anyways, oh, there's the Persian. Okay. Fall to winter's okay. Fall to dude, how fast is this cat? Jeez. Fall to it. Are you serious? Are you serious? Fall to winter's I'm gonna die. Go Wigglytuff.
No,
You'll
don't
take
die.
this. You are squishy. And now we try attack. Oh, come on. That's not even a freaking... Give me a burn. Burn. These cats the worst. Just beat the crap out of two of my Pokemon. Now this
Die.
I'm more comfortable with. Wigglytuff's probably going down, but Jesus, that was a neutral hit. All right, that's fine. And now that I'm actually faster than this thing, Ice Beam finishes it from this range. Okay, the cat and the stupid blizzards made that a little sticky, but it worked out. I just forgot that if it's not 100% accurate, it's 50% accurate. But actually,
True.
0%, because I used 2 and 0 hit. If it was 50, one of them would have hit. Hey, who are you?
That-
A great vehicle
true.
that allows you to fly in the sky? me!
I want
Wait,
one of those.
Sorry.
Wait, he went into the wrong character. He went into the wrong character.
Felt kind of possessed there for a second. Hello, sir. Does my Eevee love me yet? Gosh dang it! Why does it take so long to get a Sylveon? Well, I guess now I can do the gym. Good to get another gym badge
So
on the
pretty.
roster. We only let trainers with cute Pokemon enter the gym. Well, I have fantastic news. That's my entire team, like my Mr. Mime here. Oh, Mr. Mime? It's cute, super cute. You understand. It feels so good, I just want to bury my face in its belly. Okay.
Huh? What?
Okay, you're making it weird. Ninetales, what are you doing? You are bothering that woman. Erica, a grass specialist, who's secretly a poison specialist, because almost all the grass types in this cursed region are also poison types. I will show you the true power of fairies, specifically the one that is also an ice type. Oh, actually one that's not a poison type. Okay, credit where credit is due.
Interesting.
Not using Blizzard, feeling pretty freezer burned from the Giovanni battle. There is a poison type. Which?
Die.
Dice to Ice Beam. And there is one more vile poison type. I knew it. I knew it. It's 2/3. Fall. Freeze. Dang it. Oh, it didn't go for a poison move. All right. Oh my God.
Wait, everything's okay.
That explains it. This should still KO though, please. Huzzah!
Let's
you
go!
And your poison types cannot withstand the power of fairies. And Sparkles is evolving.
Sparkles is
look
gonna
at
be
that golden
a bigger
hue.
Sparkles.
Wish it was pinker, but you know, it's still sparkling. And now a return to the Pokemon Tower. And they're just ghost-type Pokemon.
Oh,
like
what
that
the?
enormous Haunter. Jesus. What?
He's a big
is
boy.
happening? Oh! No sparkly! No sparkly! Oh, it's a Marowak. That's not a fairy type. Sad it's dead. Oh, it did turn into
Crying.
Sparkles. That's how you know Sparkles are good.
That
when
is
something
so
goes
sad.
To rest. We return to our natural form. Glitter. Oh gosh, dang it. Not these two again. Also, what's with the non-fairy type Ninetales? This is fairy erasure. And I gotta fight their dumb poison types again. This time, I have a better strategy. Dark Pulse the Weezing in an attempt to make it flinch, because I know I can't one-shot it with Psychic, but I can one-shot the Arbok with Psychic. There we go. No glaring this time. Okay, the flinch didn't work. Ow, ow. But now with Ice Beam and... Oh, okay, fun, doesn't matter. How did I freeze gas? Oh, the gas is gone. All right. Man, talk about a rapid change in state of matter. All right, well, the Pokemon Tower problem has been solved, so now when I'm ready to set up my gym, I can do so here in Lavender Town. Oh, look at this pink house. Sir, I would like to purchase this house. This is incredible.
Is this
Who in the
house
world
for
am I?
sale?
So yes, I can't remember anything. Do you think you could tell me who I might be? I feel like I heard someone mention
Mr.
a guy
Daz-
out here called Mr. Dazzling. I'm Mr. Dazzling. What a wonderful ring to it. Mr. Dazzling. It does, doesn't it? I agree with you. Help me remember so here. Dazzling Gleam!
That is a fairy
sparkliest
move!
move of them all!
That
Once
is a
I'm
fairy
proper cheerleader,
move!
that was gonna be the TM that I gave out, and you gave it to me! Sir, I aspire to be just like you someday, but with more hair and a better memory. But now Sir Mimeson can finally have a fairy type move, as can Parade. Still not Sylveon. So I'll figure out a fairy move to trigger the Sylveon evolution eventually, but you know, it doesn't even matter till it likes me. Finally, Fuchsia City. My God, it takes forever to get here, but at least the buildings are pink. Fuchsia, even. Is fuchsia pink, or is that closer to purple? It's like a hot pink. I'll take
like a
it.
hot
I know
pink,
what I'll
yeah.
do. I'll beat Koga.
It is
gross
a little, I think there is some
poison
purple in
leader,
it.
And then I'll turn Fuchsia City into the fairy gym leader town. Look at all these pink flowers. Why is there a poison gym leader here and not a fairy gym leader?
Don't worry about
Another
it.
move, tutor. What can you teach me? Sparkly swirls.
Ooh.
Sparkles! I can finally teach Sylvia a fairy move.
Is Sylvia
it heals
best
all
friends
status
now?
conditions of my party. Jesus Christ. That's outrageous.
Are they best friends
now? That
now?
Eevee knows a fairy move. Once it is my best friend, and I maxed its affection, it should finally become a Sylveon. Love me. Love me. Evolve into Sylveon. It seems the time has finally come. I must enter the lair, the venom lair. Oh my God, there's toxic gas everywhere. Oh! Okay, I'll admit I liked the wizardry, but even so, I must crush you. What is this? You're a poison specialist acting like you're a wizard, and I don't appreciate it. I'm so enraged. This should be a fairy gym. Despair as you feel the creeping horror of poison-type Pokemon. Well, you despair as you feel the joyous whimsy of fairy Pokemon. Koga. All right, there's Wheezing. I'm not leading with Mr. Mime. I am worried that I cannot one-shot this with a single psychic, but I taught Sylvia Glitzy Glow. Got Sparkly Swirl and Glitzy Glow. We're shining all over the place, but this one's a psychic move, which I knew would not one-shot, but it automatically sets up Light Screen. Okay, there it is. But I have a plan for this too. He doesn't protect, which I am actually kind of shocked by. I thought he was gonna try and toxic protect stall me, but he didn't, so okay. Is Muck the one that does the toxic protect stalling? Well, regardless, let's go for Sparkly Swirl! Okay, he's, all right, this one's the one that does it. Let's try it again. Sparkly Swirl! This won't do much damage, but look at all those sparkly twists of Tornado.
That's a pretty sick move.
It cures all the status
animation
conditions
is really
on my
good.
party. Oh, that, are you serious? Okay, well, at least it's just regular poison now. Stupid freaking garbage. It expelled the poison, so I wouldn't worry. My light screen wore off, but it's fine. I'm about to glitzy glow again. Glitter, sparkle, light screen. Okay, there's the toxic again. I actually would have rathered you didn't do that because I wanted to switch while he protected. And now I'm worried he's gonna full restore. There's the toxic. Okay, so he either heals or protects this turn. This is a good opportunity to get in Sir Mimeson. There's the protect, fantastic. Okay, so he's probably gonna go for toxic here, but he should just go down to psychic. Haha! Stupid. Venomoth. Scary bug type. Scary poison type. But I just strike it with psychic. And I think my light screen is still up. Ooh, I hope it is. Please let light screen still be up. Definitely still up. Come on! Okay, light screen just wore off. That's fine, it's fine. Do they all poison protect stall? This is insane. Okay, if I was slower, this would be a problem. That is a pretty good strat, I'm not gonna lie. Faster, so I can just psychic and KO it. Finally, a Golbat. Sir Mimeson probably goes down here. Oh, I'm faster. Maybe not. Oh, let's go! Way to go, Sir Mimeson! You adorable creature, despite your weird legs. I only used 2 Pokemon. My fairies are superior to your poison pieces of sludge. Literally. The soul badge. That's so much more.
I thought he was gonna be like, you pieces of shit.
Fairy? Then poison? Just give me your
That would have been
Please,
funnier.
sir, is my Eevee best friends with me yet? How? How are we not best
What
friends,
the
Sylvia?
fuck?
Do you know her?
No.
Guess we'll stop a crime syndicate. I have to battle this guy named Blue. I mean, he was talking, I wasn't listening. Subscribe and we are going to clear out this corporate building and its lack of soul and sparkle. Not another mock. What's with all the toxic? It's so gross. More toxic protect
is pretty
stalling.
gross.
It's everywhere and it's horrible and it's stupid.
No!
You're stupid. I hate you. Dang it. Subscribe. Please
That's
have
kinda
attacked the
mean.
muck. Please have targeted the muck. Yes. Oh my god, thank you. One shot? Nice. If I have to fight another toxic protect stalling poison sack of garbage, I am going to freak out. Oh, subscribe sacrifices himself. How noble. I respect you intensely, just like I do all who subscribe. Giovanni, you and your bland colored outfit are getting in the way of my glorious quest to have a fairy type gym. Okay, I gotta prove myself to all the other gym leaders. Sabrina's is closed because of the crisis. Now allow me to crush you and your brittle bones, old man. So, try attack would be lovely if you could give it a status condition, because that is a yet to happen. Whenever I used this move. Come on. Yep,
That
there's
is
the flash
so
crit,
sad.
But at least try attack takes it down. My only water or grass move is bouncy bubble. So we go back to Sylvie, who I really want to love me. Nice, nice.
Sylvie just doesn't love him.
Man, I thought you weren't gonna fall into the poison trap, but apparently it's impossible to avoid in this region.
Of course it is.
On. You know what? Let's do this. Yeah, dodge that body slam. My sure hit move. V volley.
Let's go.
So silly, but fun. There were sparkles in there somewhere. Time for the Huh? What? I entered a
it's such
small
a cool
building.
looking
Why
one.
are there more buildings?
Just for context, I never finished the Let's Go, so I didn't get this far in the game. So these are kind of new to me. These look really nice.
Things. Surprised by all the glitz and glam. I love glitz and glam, but I'm still surprised as to just how this is even possible. What is with these other gyms using magic? Magic is supposed to be my thing. I finally made it. You, Sabrina, I don't know how you pulled this off. I'm very impressed, and also I like the pinkish hue of your outfit. But pink
She
is a
really
fairy
cute.
color, not a psychic color. I know psychics
She's a little
had it
scary,
first,
though.
but like fairies are better pink. I'm just gonna beat you and prove that, all right? Oh, I see we're starting this out with a
Interesting.
mime battle. It's mime time. I'm gonna set up a light screen.
Time
just
to
be
mime.
prudent. You set up a reflect? You dumb! Fall to my shadow ball. Hurrah. Special defense drop or crit. Darn it. Okay, so if she heals, I got that going for me. I don't got that going for me. That's, I mean, it's only fair. She didn't heal. Nice. Alakazam. Terrifying. Powerful. But also, I resist that. Ooh. Oh, okay. That explains it. I was like, that was through light screen? Man, wish Shadow Ball was doing more. Okay, I'm setting my light screen back up. Special defense drop. Oh, wait, they had light screen up. And now I live this psychic easily, and I
Easy
Shadow
money?
Ball. Fantastic. Slow bro, you bulky buffoon. Shadow Ball. Oh my God, that did so much more. Why did that do so much more? Oh, okay. I know I'm gonna fall asleep, but I'm gonna take it out with Shadow Ball. Sir Mimeson, you are an aristocrat, but secretly you are a warrior. And now you're going to take a well-deserved
Yeah, her Heart
rest.
Gold Soul Silver outfit is definitely chef's kiss.
We take those ice punches all day, but now you
All
will
day,
taste
every
my
day, brother.
sparkly flames. So close. Oh. Waggles, please wake up. Waggles, you're gonna faint to the next psychic, probably. You got
Don't
the
do
special
that.
defense drop. Dang it, Waggles.
Wake up!
I'll finish this with tails.
You know what? It's all
a bit
good.
of darkness. I mean magic and sparkles. Ha!
He slowly turns
Victory!
evil.
The fairy gym will be mine in no time. Ooh! That move is amazing. I don't know why you didn't
Calm
use it at
Mind
all.
is
Do
pretty
you love me
good.
yet? I have 6 badges, and you're still not a Sylveon. Tell me my Eevee
That
is
is
my best
pretty
friend.
criminal.
How? Wait, huh? Oh, it is! Yes!
Oh,
yes!
nice!
Finally! Take this as thanks! Clothing! A Sylveon set! Can I finally dress like the gym leader I am? Sylveon cap, Sylveon outerwear, Sylveon underwear.
It
No,
took
I'm
this
kidding, it's just
long?
pants. Sylveon shoes, Sylveon bag. I could give her a little hat and a Sylveon tee. Finally, I look like a real fairy gym leader. But as for my Eevee, I don't think these accessories are gonna fit it much longer. It knows a fairy move. I've maxed its affection. I just need to give it this rare candy to level up. And now, huh? Wait, why didn't it? Why didn't it evolve?
Oh,
Why do I
that's
have this
right.
sinking feeling within me? No,
those
this
ones
be
can't
right.
evolve.
Here in the Pokedex, it's only Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. What about Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon? You give me the clothing for
Rest in
Sylveon, but won't give me the
pepperoni, bro.
Pokemon? I have made a fatal error, wishing to be a fairy-type gym leader in the oldest region I knew. I knew even if some of the Pokemon became fairy-type, there would be backwards ways. My sparkle diminished by this archaic land of poison. Fine. I will prove my fairy superior here in the Kanto
Oh my
region.
God.
Once I'm done here, I will leave this land to never return so I can have a Sylveon elsewhere. I'll become the champion of this stupid region and get a gym somewhere else. It is time for the next
You know
gym
what?
leader to defeat.
I
Not
believe
a
in
fan
you.
of fire types usually. The resist fairy. And the flames are like debatably sparkly. The top of his head certainly is. This might be a little trickier though, I'll say it. The only super effective moves I have are a dig and Bouncy Bubble, both on Sylvia, who finally gets to battle at least somewhat looking like a Sylveon. 2-hit KO? Oh, almost a 1-hit KO. Nice. Bouncy Bubble takes it out. Fantastic. I feel like there's no reason not to just spam Bouncy Bubble. It might be a 2-hit
Fair
KO
enough.
on all these Pokemon. And it heals me. Could you imagine if I had the special attack of a Sylveon and I was using this move? Oh my God. Okay.
That is
jeez.
fucking annoying,
Too many
bro.
sparkles, all right? The sparkles are little bits of light. That was, your whole body was fire. I heal as much as possible, because I think I'm about to get nuked by another Flare Blitz. Okay, oh boy, here we go.
No, too many sparkles. No. Ooh, Sylvia. Okay, well, lived the burn. Wait, but the recoil from Flare Blitz. Now I can KO it. My attack isn't affected. Bouncy Bubble is special. All right. Okay.
Oh, we're so bad.
Sylvia, you're doing it. You feeble little Eevee. Someday you will be the Sylveon you deserve to be. I'd love to throw out a sparkly swirl and heal this burn, but I need the health. That is, ooh,
That's
you're
so
bulkier than the other
funny.
ones. Oh, that's just a straight up fire blast. Ooh,
Oh, rip.
is the burn gonna KO me? Sylvia holds on. Wait, this might do more damage. Let's risk it. Shake. Oh, wait. Toughed it out. Come on, Sylvie. V. Volley. Uh-oh. Okay.
Let's go.
I'll take some wind out of the sails. Now it's over. There we go. All right. Sylvie, you did great. You beat 3 of them. Almost 4. And now I guess I'm just gonna do the Viridian City gym battle. Feel very confident in my team. I see no reason to delay. Giovanni, you
look at that
bland
aura.
brat. Although that fruit
He
looks
has
delicious.
aura, brother.
I will crush you with finality. The power of sparkling shall disintegrate you. Now I know I could one-shot this thing with an ice
You
beam.
could.
I got rid of Blizzard a while ago because I actually don't know if I ever successfully hit anything with Blizzard. If I did, it was maybe once. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna calm mine. Tank a hit from this thing, I hope, and then I'm set up to do a lot more damage with Ice Beam for the rest of the battle, okay? This is going to hurt, but I believe I should live. That did less than I thought. That's amazing. Ice Beam!
We love to
That's
see
1.
it.
Ugh. You and your poison types, freeze.
He is really just playing this in hard mode.
Didn't even get a chance to freeze. I don't know why I said that, because I just wanted to KO it. Really got to one-shot this, because a single rock move ruins my life. But no sturdy in this gen. There it goes.
Single
This
rock
game,
move,
I should
and it
finally
is
need Queen,
over.
the bulkiest of the group, but will
Over.
fall to my chili spot. Are you kidding me? Again! Why does this keep happening to me? Okay, Ninetales lived. We're good. Fall to my chili sparkles! There we go! Oh, I broke up Team Rocket. All right, fun side effect of my quest. Wait, Giovanni's leaving and you're just gonna take over the gym? Why don't I get to take over the gym? You know what? I don't even care. I don't want to be a gym leader in this backwards region anyways. Can't even have a Sylveon here. You know, I was gonna just head straight to the
salty.
victory road, conquer the Pokemon League, and be done with this region, but I've realized I want to go out in style. Every member of my party is either a fairy type or a future fairy type that knows a fairy type move.
Except for Sparkles.
the Pidgeot. While I care for this Pokemon deeply, it doesn't really fit the vibe. So before I take on the victory road in the Pokemon League, I want to get a different 6th member. A different shiny that better fits the vibe of a fairy type team. It's not going to be another fairy type. I have all of the options, but it's a good substitute. I'll get a shiny so it's sparkling, it can learn Dazzling Gleam, and it itself is a sparkle. Starmie. Into the ocean, let the star hunt begin. Ah! Ah! That is not a star!
That is not a Starmie!
Fish! This is yet another shiny that cannot learn a single fairy type move.
That is so
this
funny.
region and its aggression toward fairy types is getting very old. Do I even want this? Do I even care about a red Gyarados? If it was a pink Gyarados, maybe. You know what? No. I either get a shiny something that can learn a fairy move or nothing at all. Give me my friggin' star. Oh my God. Yes.
Oh,
yes, redemption. Give me the shiny I deserve. Sparkles. This took so many hours, but I got it. Dazzling Gleam. And I do not care about Hydro Pump because I hate missing moves. Yes. Yes.
Fair enough.
There
Fair
we
enough.
go. It's got some pink in the center, kind of.
That counts.
It's all red, but you know, still, it knows Dazzling Gleam. I'm calling it Starkle. No relation to Tony. Oh man, I feel like Kirby. And now I can
That is
beat
a
the
pretty cool
Pokemon
guy to
League in
run around
style.
on.
Here it is, the Pokemon League for the region that I have so little respect for. I'm not even gonna use its stairs. I'm just gonna float right over them. Screw your stairs and screw your disrespect for fairies. Your hair was a couple shades lighter, I would respect it. But alas, I do not. I know you. I know your specialty.
That's
an
Lorelai,
ice
right? I'm not
specialist in
crazy.
Kanto. That means you're a water specialist. And I have made it so 5 of my Pokemon no Thunderbolt. 2 shot, that's
Oh,
fine.
5?
Sparkles in here because
Five of them?
the water. That's 1 down, no problem. Lapras already. Okay, keep thunderbolting. Dragon Pulse. Oh, you know, I will say it feels a bit wrong to be taking damage from a dragon move, but it's not very much, so. She doesn't use potions.
Let's go.
All right, the one actual not water type. We switch to Waggles here, who dodges the blizzard. Amazing. Another one. Man, that move just cannot hit. Now fall to my fairy flames. Oh, it actually landed a blizzard. Huh. And that did so little. Ha! Cloister. Think I care about a cloister? Got terrible special defense. Look at that! And my entire team is special attackers because fairies are special and sparkly. This one might take a bit more work, but it's also the last one. You know what? Screw it. I'm feeling so confident and cocky. I'm gonna go for metronome and see what happens. All right, nothing. Nothing. How much does this do? I can afford a couple more metronomes actually. Amnesia is actually super useful. All right, one more metronome. I want to save some more for later in the league. Crab hammer. That's not gonna do anything. All right, let me just thunderbolt this thing. Oh, that crit was rude.
Yikes.
I'll get a crit here. This only happened because of the metronomes, for the record. And Sir Mimson finishes it with a very easy thunderbolt. There we go. Bruno, the first type specialist in this entire region that fairy is good against. That's not even a fighting type. This region hates fairies. Just die, okay? All right, we swapped to Clefable here. Glad I did. Thunder Punch would not have been good on Starmie. And now I just Moonblast till we win. Okay, or I could get Fire Punched, sure. Moonblast till we win. Come on! Okay, there we go.
Living
There's
barely,
the big, scary
brother.
Machamp. That's actually kind of short. I feel like you should be taller. But anyways, here's this Moonblast. I'm very annoyed that doesn't one-shot. Moonblast. Okay. Poliwrath again. I just keep Moonblasting. Will you one-shot? No. Oh my gosh. That didn't even last. All right. Well, a little bummed that I had something faint. Not gonna lie. But whatever.
Rip.
Sir Mimson will save the day, shining brightly. And while Psychic is technically stronger, I gotta end this with Dazzling Gleam. Sparkle Bright! Dang it! Okay, there we go. There we go. Thank you. I've heard of you. You claim to be a ghost specialist, but your
Agatha scares me, I'm not gonna lie.
Is poison types. Look at that. That's just a snake. That's not a ghost. That's a poison type, and I hate it, and I hate you. Sir Mimson, show no mercy. Come on!
Okay.
Are you kidding me? I don't know if I've ever been more enraged. I just, are you really?
Fair enough.
Really? Be calm. Do not let the darkness overwhelm you. You have another psychic type. You can win this. You, my fated shiny, the sentient sparkle, you will save me. Again. Not a ghost. Psychic? There we go, yes! Starkle, don't let this Clefable shadow win. It has fallen from fairy grace. End it! Thank you! Golbat. This cursed region has 2 poison specialists. Claiming to be a ghost specialist is completely unhinged.
Fake.
It is a minority of your team. Just
literally so stupid, too.
And now a nice reprieve after a vile poison specialist. I get to take down some
Lance, my
dragons.
husband.
Lance, you
Don't
and
ask how many husbands I have. They don't know that they're my husbands, but they are my husbands. Okay.
That's not a dragon type. It becomes one eventually, but you haven't evolved it. Okay,
That
well, at
is
least
weird,
that worked.
strange.
Dazzling Gleam, the next dragon that comes in, it'll be great. Gyarados, again, not a dragon type, and it knows a steel move. All right, Mimson, that Iron Tail kills you.
Kanto
I need
just
you to
hates
go
fairy
faster.
types.
Thank you. No, what? Mimson lived. Oh my God. Mimson, that was absolutely important that you lived that, but also how did you not KO it? Aerodactyl, that's not a dragon type. Rock Slide missed. Mimson probably goes down, but I want to get something in safely. Yep. Sir Mimson, that's so nice. Charizard? Charizard? This thing resists fairy. Thunderbolt does half, yeah, whatever. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Sir Mimson, I'm trying to be mad right now, and you keep doing amazing stuff. So that means he's now down to his last Pokemon, his Dragonite.
Okay.
This dragon specialist had 1 dragon. Well, I got to deal super effective fairy damage to a dragon type. That's cool. 1 dragon type had 2 Pokemon faint against the dragon specialist because he's not a dragon specialist.
He's just a guy.
The gods of this region are targeting me specifically. They despise
just hate you.
fairies and sparkles and joy. And I am inches from being done with this place. Subscribe. Get out of my way. I know you by now subscribe. I know you always lead with that silly bird. My bird is completely
you
superior.
had a silly
It's not even
bird.
shiny. Huh? What? What? How did you get to do that? I
That
didn't
is
get
bullshit.
to do that.
That's
Fine.
not
I'm setting up
fair.
Calm Mind. It's gonna be great. Your air slash or whatever. Really? Okay, well, I'm glad I Calm Mind. Come on, Tails. +1 Ice Beam. That'll do it. You know what? I'm gonna keep battling. I'm at +1. Maybe I'll freeze you. Okay, good hit. Oh, no!
What
You used
the
steel
hell?
against me! Come on, Sylvia. Prove yourself the superior starter. Tank this thunder. Nice. With this dig, Raichu's done. I'll poison. Swap to Sir Mimesen so I can nuke this thing with a Psychic in a minute. That's fine. I'm
Yeah, you can
a
only get
special
after the
attacker,
league,
man.
huh?
Aside from that
Like
dig,
an
come on,
evolutions?
crit it. Ah, dang it. That was
That's
very foolish,
interesting.
and I'm glad you decided to go for it. Psychic! And your poison type is done. Rapidash. Big Flare Blitz, I'm guessing. Yep, you will take that. Yep, that's annoying, but not devastating. Surf. Are you kidding me? What is it with this place? Oh, it's gonna KO itself.
This place
Okay,
fucking
that's that lame
sucks.
horse goes down, although I've heard there are way better Rapidashes elsewhere. You're running out of options. Subscribe. I'm gonna send in your Marowak against my Starkle! Surf? Come on! Oh, Bone Ring missed! Down goes the Marowak, and he's only got one Pokemon left. So I say what better way to win with sparkly
Slowbro.
style than to Metronome. Metronome
You know
number
what?
1. Smoke
Metronome
Screen. Ooh, that's actually quite
could
helpful.
be
That's
silly.
not. It's fine. I'm gonna land a Horn Drill. Metronome again! Horn attack! Oh, I saw the horn! Come on, Waggles! Only 5
wrong
Metronomes
horn.
left! Quick attack! 4 more Metronomes! Seismic Toss? Not great. 3 more Metronomes! Come on, Waggles! Gust! 2 more. Waggles is getting low on HP. Pardon. Waggles has 3 HP left, and this is the final Metronome. Come on, Waggles! Claim sparkle
do it.
victory! Dang it! Focus energy? Seriously? Oh, well, Waggles toughed it out so I wouldn't feel sad. Well, I guess now just kill it with a Shadow Ball. Boom, pow. There we go.
Nice.
Sparkles! I've done it. I've done it. I have overcome this vile backwards region with my beautiful sparkly fairy types. I shall leave this place and never return and open up a gym somewhere without so many darn poison types.
Oh my Jesus.
My 2 favorite.
Oh, I love these videos too. Lamau. Anyways, I actually just realized something I was going to go to today got moved an hour earlier because of course it did. I thought we were gonna meet at 6. We were meeting at 5. So I guess maybe we'll just call it for today. We'll just call stream for today. Before you guys go, be sure to join my Discord server. I will be streaming on Sunday with some Pokemon Lazarus later in the afternoon, but I'm gonna fit in a react portion to that stream, so that way I'm a little bit behind on my my reacting stuff. Wow! Thank you so much for the membership, Mac Attack. 11 months. Appreciate you. Thank you. If you do want some ad-free viewing on either YouTube or Twitch, definitely consider becoming a member or a subscriber. Soundwave, thank you so much for the 21 months. You do get ad-free viewership and some awesome emotes that you guys can use in my chat. So definitely consider becoming one of those. Anyways, yeah, I just realized I wanted to do some Pokemon TCG after, but it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I'll be reacting on Sunday and playing some Lazarus. So yeah, I'm a little bit behind on my reacting stuff. So we'll do that. We'll do that later. So yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys on Sunday. Be sure to follow me on my socials, Poseidon Mythos on everything, and yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Alrighty, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.